thought you had one.
We all rappers.
We all rappers.
The lady said something about a rental. I forget what it was. No, I got distracted.
You're not gonna roll up?
So, welcome to the Gigi Show. We need like a theme song, like Amanda, like it should be like
G. Or it should be now.
Anyways, guys, hi. You might see a new, fresh face on your screen. That is Mikayla. Welcome.
His face looks fresh.
Thank you for watching another episode of We Gonna Get Canceled. Thank you for watching episode 9.
Episode
Irvin Evans,
This
G,
is episode 9?
and G's friend.
Mikayla! Round of applause for where's the soundboard?
You have the soundboard on your phone.
I don't have the soundboard on my phone.
You said you did.
No.
So what is it?
You have the soundboard.
That thing is so quiet. I need to connect it to something.
I'll clap.
Yeah.
Mikayla, woo! Welcome to the show, Mikayla.
Okay. So, I want to start off today's episode talking,
This coconut is fucking disgusting.
no, it's smoothie flavored.
That's coconuts.
Anyway, I want to start off today's episode. I know usually we talk about Tinder DMs at the end. This one's not so much a DM, but I wanted to talk to you about
You have to
it.
talk to me about it.
Yeah. So
I needed your
basically,
input on
Why, is
something.
it Marvel?
no, I can't. No.
Well, anyway, when you
I
message
don't
me.
use Tinder. Tinder's for the small talk.
Okay. So, basically, I was swiping away.
Swiping.
And I came across no profile picture account. Yes, sus, right? And
Sus.
then in the captions it was like essentially like group of swingers like looking for like we're trying to add young females to our group type thing. And I was like, interesting. And then I was like, also sounds like a good way to kidnap people.
That's what I was going about.
Yeah.
Think, man.
So I'm
That's how I
wondering
would
like
kidnap people.
yeah, I'm just wondering like you didn't find out about yours on Tinder, right? Like,
No, hell no.
no.
I go straight to the fucking sites where we fucking. I don't go to fucking Tinder. I'm on a date. I'm bang your wife. You know? I want to fuck your wife. I fucking need a
So,
cheesecake. for
in
it.
case you see that, anyone out there, it's probably like a sex shop. So don't do it.
Yeah,
I
don't
didn't
do
swipe
it.
right.
Unless it's me. Have a profile. If they have a profile picture, talk FaceTime. That's what I do. I
Did you
FaceTime.
actually like look into this at all? Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't swipe right. I was too scared.
Gianna, you have like one hair that's going straight up alfalfa.
So,
And it's in
if
front
you guys
of the hair.
didn't
It's in
pick
front
up,
of the fucking...
Oh, right here?
you guys
I
didn't
see
pick up
it.
on that.
you
It
put it
wasn't the
behind
swinging
your
part that
thing.
turned her off. It was the no profile.
Oh, so tea. You guys want some tea?
Seems like she was actually
She was
okay
like,
with
if
that.
they had a profile picture.
The swinger thing would be
Someone that
okay.
I'm related to's ex-boyfriend
Oh, no.
swiped right on me on Tinder.
Oh my god.
Someone that you're related to's ex-boyfriend.
Your cousin's ex-boyfriend? That's
My
crazy.
stepsister.
How you gonna whisper like? I'm gonna
Right
hang
in the
another.
face.
On the fucking microphone.
I'm gonna hear later. You gotta edit that out.
In the microphone too. My stepsister.
A deaf person gonna
No,
call
my
you out.
stepsister's ex-boyfriend. Fuck you, Tom. That's so weird.
Of
He
course,
matched with me on
Tom.
Tinder. I'm like, what the hell?
His name's
Wait,
Tom.
he matched?
Yeah, fuck him
How do you
anyway.
see don't you have to like him?
I swiped to see if he swiped too. And then I unmatched immediately. I unmatched immediately.
She wanted that
I
dang
had to
thing.
know.
She
I
wanted that
did it
Tom.
first?
I had
and then
to-
he said yes?
No,
She
I
wanted
didn't
that
do it
thing with the
first.
jing jong.
I didn't do it first.
Is that
He
right?
did it first, and then I
You
saw
want
it,
to-
and
yeah.
it was immediate match, which means that he swiped right on me first.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've never been on this.
So
website.
that is some fucking tea, because they keep breaking up and
Yeah,
getting back
some
together,
chitty-
and
some
I'm just
chitty-
letting you know
chitty-
now,
chitty.
girl.
You should
She's kind of a
probably
bitch
tell
to me,
her
because one
outside
time I
the
borrowed
podcast.
clothes without asking,
You should
so
fuck him then.
maybe I shouldn't tell her.
You should fuck him to piss her off and
No,
say,
I don't
how about I
fuck
wore
him.
your clothes and your boyfriend? Bitch.
Actually, you guys
Oh
want
my
some hot
God.
boiling step family tea?
Nah, that sounds
Oh, shit.
incestuous. I'll pass on that.
Alright.
Hot boiling family tea.
No, step family.
Oh,
They're not
okay.
related to
Oh,
me.
yeah,
I don't
That's,
know
that, that's also my Google search history.
Literally exactly what I was thinking. Like, yo, is anybody else like?
.com.
All y'all disgusting. I'm never using your phone for anyone.
Go down in the fucking Chrome history.
I was watching last week's episode. I think I'm gonna post the little segment that I said about the George Floyd thing.
What about
You
George
think I'll get
Floyd?
hate on that?
Is George?
Oh, why
Are
would
we
you
still
get
talking
hate?
about George?
I mean, yeah, you almost
They
No,
killing
no,
him
about
again?
his porn videos.
Oh yeah, he's the.
I
yeah,
forgot
you
about
got
that
up,
shit.
You were masturbating at George
No,
Floyd.
I didn't.
I meant to send some hate your way.
She was
about
jacking
that.
off to George Floyd, you guys.
No, I was
That is-
Watch the
Easy
last
point.
episode. She admits to beating the meat to George Floyd.
I'm gonna up the volume on that part.
Yeah, up it.
I was thinking that's like a funny clip that I should post on TikTok, but I'm just worried that like I would actually get canceled
I
for
want to see
that.
the OnlyFans clip you posted.
That could be an issue. I mean, I go back and see how tasteful it is. If it's like crazy, I'd say no.
It's not that bad. It's just me being like, I've seen it. Look up Big Floyd.
Honestly, no, I think it should be fine. It's a fact. Like, he did it.
Yeah, he did
it should
it.
be just fine.
Just fine and dandy. What's going on in the world, everybody? There's a lot going on.
I mean, the
Everybody, yeah.
I get on my goddamn nerves. Yeah, everybody, yeah, drop your weed.
Leave some of that for tax.
Yep.
Leave some of that
Back
for tax
to back.
season. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy. Let's talk about the baby. Everybody's going crazy. Everybody's
Let's
going
talk about-
crazy.
let's talk
'cause
You
the
sound like you at a
baby-
baseball game.
The baby. I was just at a
Everybody's
baseball
going
game.
crazy.
They don't get that excited. They don't even get that excited at the baseball. The baby don't like gay people. Okay? Whatever. Why?
He doesn't
Why?
not like
Hold on.
gay
Okay,
He
we
probably don't like gay
hold
people.
on.
That's not what he
goddamn.
said, but you can tell he
Drunk
don't like gay
man,
people.
can you
based
stop
off
yelling,
what he
please?
said.
Malcolm,
No,
goddamn.
I was trying to be loud because I'm always too quiet. I was listening to the past couple episodes. I was
Hold
too
on,
quiet,
hold
so I was
on.
working.
Goddamn.
Oh.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexual transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the up. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the up. Fellas,
Lights up.
fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in
Let's
the
be
up.
real about this shit.
Just keep it fucking real.
Some of y'all niggas suspect as a motherfucker. Let's be real.
How come they'll do that in the background and getting no hate?
Yeah, he was the nigga who instigated.
Yeah, like some of
He
y'all
didn't say all
suspect
that. Yeah, he
motherfuckers.
added that. This is my theory on it. This is how I feel, right?
Should I wait till you sober to get this?
No, this is facts. This is how I feel.
I
It
thought
doesn't
we
say
were filming a drunk
mind
episode
speaks
with
to
all of
sober
us
heart.
drunk.
No. I'm not even
It's
drunk.
just
I'm not
him
even
drunk
I'm not
every
even
week.
drunk. I'm not even drunk. I'm not even drunk.
You
I'm
ain't
not even
sober.
drunk. I'm not even drunk. I'm just a little.
All right, give me your
What I'm
take on
saying
this, please.
is why does everybody gotta love gay people nowadays, bro? Like, for me, let me break this down. This is why, because I don't give a fuck up. This is why the show's called We Gonna Get Canceled. Because I'm a nigga to get canceled. I don't care. I think this shit's weird, bro. I just think it's weird. At the same time, don't get me wrong. Like, for gay marriage, I voted yes. Like, support them. Do your thing. It has nothing to do with me. I think this shit's fucking weird. But I'm not gonna stop people from living their fucking life. But why do I have to fucking? Why is it not okay if I think this shit's fucking weird? Why am I a terrible fucking homophobe fucking person? I voted fucking yes for everybody to fucking get married. Y'all niggas deserve everything everybody else fucking, any human in the world fucking deserves, because you're fucking human, no matter what the fuck you like. I don't give a fuck if you like to fuck cows, or dogs, or cats. You don't give a fuck, you're a human. You deserve basic just human rights. But why the fuck do I have to be like, oh yeah, this gay shit's cool? I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, I get
I don't like it. What I have to fucking like? I don't like it. It's
That
cool.
makes-
It don't bother me. Like, it doesn't affect me. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, you can't do this because you're gay. You can't come here because you're gay. Don't be gay here.
that makes sense. Like, but
But
he had no reason to say it.
It's a show. He's ready to give a fuck. If you don't like him,
Okay.
no one has to support him. No one has to support this man. Everybody puts these artists and these rappers and these athletes on this fucking pedestal that you don't even fucking put your own parents on and make these fucking people more responsible for what they like. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit cancel culture, bro. Who gives a fuck? This is the baby. Since when was he the fucking almighty
Person
sayer
for your children
anyway?
to be, yeah.
Since when he was the fucking judgment of moral character anyway? This man's been talking about nutting on bitches' faces and throwing bitches out the hotel, but fucking talking about gays is where we cross the line? Get the fuck out my face, bro. That's corny. That's corny. Been disrespecting women his whole fucking career. But you talk about the gays, we cross the line. You don't like it. You don't like gays. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. This whole cancel culture shit is fucking corny to me.
No, I could care less
It's
about
just
cancel culture.
corny.
Cancel culture isn't really. Besides Tory
He
Lanez,
has to be 100% prepared to take a hit to his wallet because of shit he
Yeah.
said.
He already
and
lost
he
his
can't be
clothing
mad that people ain't gonna fuck with him no more.
he already
He
lost his
lost
clothing
what?
deal. Clothing deal.
Woohoo.
Yeah, and he can't be mad that he's gonna lose money because of that. He can't be mad that you chose to say what you say. But all this extra fucking weird shit, like, oh, everybody in the world cancels it, man. Like, I don't give a, what he said doesn't bother. Tiger Woods is a fucking cheating alcoholic who drives drunk all the time, risking people's fucking lives, and nobody come on. But somebody said, oh, if you don't have AIDS, put your camera up, and that's a big fucking. Everybody hates him now. Like, fuck out of my face. This whole shit's so selective and weird. I hate it all. The whole cancer shit is weird.
A couple of things that were weird with what he
bro.
said, though. One, you're not gonna die
How
from
long did it take motherfuckers to cancel R. Kelly, bro? R. Kelly's been raping forever, and we was all fucking. It's a remix to it, and I still bumped it. It's a great song. Don't get me wrong. I wish he wouldn't get the royalties off of it. I wish he wouldn't, but it's a fucking remix to Ignition. But you feel what I'm saying? And then we're so selective when it comes to like canceling these people. Like 1 minute we were like, it wasn't like 6-7 months ago we were canceling James Franco.
For what?
I don't know. Yeah,
He grooms.
Yeah, he groomed.
But that's my point.
That's a new thing, grooming.
Hey, let somebody else talk, nigga. Shit.
I'm sorry. It just gets me hot. This cancel culture shit gets me so hot. It's just so played out. You don't like somebody, you don't like somebody. You don't have to fucking get the pitchforks and say everybody hate this nigga.
You ever heard of
when you have a platform that big, you have to be careful what you say at least. You have to.
I think you have to be careful what you say for your wallet.
But that's the only thing. Like, I don't care about cancel culture.
Because you didn't give
that's
yourself
not the fucking thing. But you didn't have to really go on stage and be like, yo, because was it 2 or 3 weeks you're gonna die from HIV? No, you're not, my nigga. Like you're not gonna go.
You're not.
Put yourself on like if you ain't got HIV and you're gonna die in 2 or 3 weeks. Nigga, if I'm in the crowd and I'm the Baby's fan, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Like,
baby, we're not here for that. We're not here for the Baby's fucking opinion on HIV. We're here for the music.
My point of if I'm in the crowd, nigga, trying to bump your music, I don't need you talking about yo.
I don't give a damn. I still like the Clippers with Donald Sterling hated niggas.
I'm not saying you gotta hate him, but that shit made no sense. Like, it made no goddamn sense. All you did was hurt your pockets. That's all you did. For no fucking reason and offend mad people.
Those are the people that pay his bills, too.
No, because a lot more people pay his bills.
Well,
I guarantee you, after this happens, his bills are still going to be paid. And all the people that want to cancel him and stop listening to him, they're going to have made their decision. But his bills are still going to be paid.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, like, when he was coming up and shit, like, he needed people to be supporting him. And now it's like...
A lot of people was dick riding though, because people weren't really supporting him until he got. People don't really start supporting artists until they start seeing them and hearing them on the radio, and by then they've already put in their grind. It's past support. It's like you're listening to them once they're mainstream. Nobody was listening to Baby when he was Baby Jesus.
Yeah, but if no one's listening to you at all, period, ever, like.
But the people that put him in that position, though, obviously, like he's not that terrible of a person, where it's like. These views just came out. Like he said this in songs before. It's just that he's on such a big stage now.
I listen to a lot
and
of
more
Baby.
people
I
like
ain't
his.
Never heard him say fuck
more
gays.
people like his music, so now they're like looking like because they like his. Now he's always talking about gay shit. Lil Wayne's been doing this forever. Lil Wayne's always been talking about
Lil
gay
Wayne's
folk.
always said crazy shit.
Always.
Wayne
Eminem,
they get away
forever.
with it.
Eminem, and they put Eminem on a fucking pedestal. Eminem has said the worst. Eminem has said the most worst shit.
Eminem said the F word after working with Elton John. Like,
come on, and there's no cause this whole shit is corny. It's an outrage culture, and I honestly, part of me wants to think.
I'm not saying it. You must be.
Part of me wants.
Goddamn right, I said the F word.
Part of me wants to think it started with like the whole Donald Trump thing, because once he started saying shit and people didn't like it, they had to like attack that and make.
They didn't have to attack
They made words a bigger deal than it was, bro. That's why cancel, because they made words and shit you say a bigger deal. That's why people will get canceled.
Who's they?
Whoever canceled.
Everybody in culture. People get canceled, and then 6 months later, we all forget that they got canceled, bro.
But we legit
Wasn't
don't know
Demi
who
Lovato
they
just canceled like not too long ago? And then she OD'd, and now we love her again?
Yeah.
Demi Lovato just canceled for some shit she said about somebody she posted.
She said that it was
She
offensive
posted a meme.
that they had fat-free ice cream.
No, she posted a meme about.
People were mad about that.
She said about somebody died, and she's like of all these this situation happened. The funniest shit is the memes or something. And everybody canceled.
Actually, yeah, because
saying that was insensitive. And then she OD'd, and everybody's like on her side again. And then she said something about. And people are just everybody's just so reactive, and it's just so fake. It's fake shock. It's fake. It's all bullshit.
Like, I'm not saying you gotta like not fuck with him no more, or like I don't think any of his stuff should be canceled. But you should expect some backlash when you go on a show.
Of course,
where there's gonna definitely be a good amount of gay people.
The Baby.
No, who the hell said you should cancel him?
That's what they say. That's what they want to do. They want to cancel you. Don't support this person because he says this.
Cancel cancel culture is bullshit. Like, you get canceled for a month and then you get
in
to
a
come
culture
back.
where people will sit here and think these things, but they dare not say it because they don't want to lose the money.
You only cancel depending on who likes you.
They're fake and pretend, and that's a new thing now. They're calling it. I saw the chick. What's her name? The chick with the green hair.
I have no idea.
She's Billy something.
Billy
Billie
Silas.
Eilish?
Yeah. They said they tried to cancel her. They said it was queer baiting. Acting like she liked girls, and then she got a boyfriend.
No, I don't agree with that.
I'm just like, you guys will do anything.
But
you guys are fucking desperate to.
Girl.
That's a queer baiting is a thing.
So queer baiting would be like.
Hear this shit. Hear this fucking shit.
Obvious straight man.
Explain what that is, please.
Okay, queer baiting is an obviously straight man, like doing things to an influencer, for example, will be doing things to attract like a gay audience. So like. If, for example, Harry Styles, if he was more masculine, like obviously 100% straight, and then he went on Vogue wearing a dress, that would have been queer baiting.
Yeah, it would have been queer baiting.
Kind of
because
that
masculine men,
like
right?
not...
That dress wearing shit is reserved only for what? Why is it queer baiting? Because a masculine man can't wear a dress, right? That's what they're saying, basically, right? In that sense,
it's more like when you're like
here, take the mic.
It's more like if you're a straight person trying to act like you're gay.
How can you try to act gay?
Well, okay, so...
How can you act as like that? Like, how can you act gay?
So,
like,
okay, so
for you, maybe it would be being very flamboyant.
You know, damn well they say you flamboyant.
I'm flamboyant as shit.
I
had a nose ring and one fucking hoop earring in my ear. I'm very flamboyant.
A lot of people are mad at her because they're claiming that, like, she's never come out as, you know, like, bisexual or whatever.
Oh, now they're mad because
she's acting like she likes women, so people are getting mad because... she hasn't actually come out.
So now it's like you can't force anybody to come out. Now they're mad because they want to force her to come out.
Yeah, and not only that, I feel like she's at an age where like everyone goes through like an experimental phase in their life, and I feel like she's at that age. So it's just
maybe.
I mean, also you can't like.
It's
no, maybe she doesn't. Maybe exactly. Maybe she doesn't have to establish a sexual identity.
Yeah,
maybe she doesn't have to. And why is she queer baited? Just because she hasn't. You're forcing her to establish. Like no one should have to.
Yeah.
I don't walk around saying I'm straight. I eat put. I do walk around.
I mean, yes, you
pussy.
do.
I do. Talk
about cash
I pussy.
I literally, you were on FaceTime last week.
Alright. Take that back.
Anyway. Lying.
But I'm saying, I'm like, like everything is just so corny, bro. It's just the whole thing is just so corny and weird to me now, bro. Because a lot of it, like I said, it's fake outrage.
It's all, for the most part, yes, it is fake outrage.
You see the Facebook and they say, be mad at this, and now everybody's fucking up in flames. I remember Kanye? Kanye said slavery was a choice. I knew exactly what he meant, and everybody went crazy.
Yeah, but you know that there's some people that
I know exactly what he
aren't
meant, though. It's not about what you say, it's about what the fuck you mean,
But
bro.
a lot of people don't know
the problem is,
yeah, I don't agree with that one.
That's the problem.
There's too many stupid people for you to say dumb shit like that.
Been like a long-term fan of Kanye.
There's way too many stupid people out here that are seeing that don't know what the fuck
in
he's
the
saying.
same instance, you could have been a long-term fucking fan of Joe Biden and known that everything he fucking said this election was bullshit, and everybody still wanted him over Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that.
So that's not fucking bullshit. People want what you say now and make them feel good and soothe and all that fucking bullshit.
I agree.
That's Joe Biden literally fucking said, I don't want my kids riding on buses with fucking niggas, and we all said, oh, well, Trump's racist. Let's not vote him in.
Yeah, I still agree.
No, I agree.
Joe Biden literally said, I don't want my kid riding with those jungle monkey niggas.
Yeah, it just depends on which one you hate more.
He literally said this. And can't make this up. It's on fucking He literally said this.
Biden didn't run the country for 4 years. We didn't see that shit show, so...
Yeah, and I mean, I agree with
He's in Congress. Congress runs the country. People who make these votes.
I know everything you're saying already. It just depends on who you hate more, and I hate Trump
more. It's not about who you hate more. It's about who you hate in the fucking moment. Because before Trump was president, niggas, we loved that nigga.
Trump?
Everybody loved Trump before he was president.
No, you
I didn't.
I'm about to
I hated Trump.
No, I know what he's saying though. Hip hop like
love Trump. Everybody
like
Come on, man.
I
Mac
just
Miller
think
had the
it's
whole
very different trying to go from the music industry into politics. I don't think he knew how to really handle himself the same way. Like being a politician is very different than
and
being
he's
a
not
musician.
a fucking politician.
And I agree that cancel culture has gotten way out of hand. I don't like what it's turned into because there are a lot of people who do need to be canceled for real things, and people are making a big deal out of things that really don't matter in the long run. Like how you were saying with R. Kelly, like that needs to be handled, you know what I mean? And people are over here getting mad over like things that really don't fucking matter. And that takes away from the real fucking problems that we need to deal with.
Queerbaiting.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think she's
girls,
queerbaiting.
man.
I think
R.
she's
Kelly
trying to
raping
figure
bitches.
herself out, and
Yeah,
it's no one's business.
A lot of those things you can just ignore.
Kelly's raping bitches. Harvey Weinstein's raping bitches.
But those things that they should be prosecuted
I don't
for.
care if Billie Eilish lick coochie. Harvey Weinstein taking it without permission.
Yeah, and they should be prosecuted. The baby situation is
The
just
baby
like...
just said it. Oh, he's
That's just
ignorant.
something for
The
people to
baby's
talk
ignorant.
about.
Exactly.
The baby just let everybody know how fucking ignorant he is.
It literally.
People don't want to think
You don't want to
about how
listen
shitty
to
they
it.
are
You don't want to
themselves.
listen to it. Don't listen to it. You don't want to listen to it. If you
But
had
that's
AIDS
what
there,
cancel culture
if you had
is.
AIDS there, that's unfortunate.
That's
You ran
literally
into him on
what... But that is what cancel culture
People
is.
will always need
Like if
to
you had
have
AIDS or
someone
HIV, you ran into him on a
that
bad
they feel
day.
like
It's
they're
bad
better
luck.
than.
It made you feel bad
Especially if
shit.
it's like a famous person and they look at someone, like if you're just someone who's like sitting at home and there's someone who's like famous, has this, that, has everything you want, and they say something that you don't agree with, you're gonna sit there.
Why
and
is
you're
it
gonna be
everything
like,
you want though?
well, it doesn't necessarily.
You like
have
everything
to be,
about
but
him, I
I'm
would say.
saying,
Not
like,
everything you want.
everything
I
But
you
I'm
say you like
saying,
everything
like,
about him.
they have, a lifestyle that
You
potentially,
admire?
potentially you might want to live.
Also-
Not necessarily. I'm just saying you might want to like have what they have.
I do see what you're saying.
And they say something that you don't agree with, that you think is horrible, whatever. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna be like, wow, I'm a better person than this person who's famous, and you're gonna
Yeah.
feel better about yourself, and that's what a
And
lot
then
of
you
this
put their
is.
music on and fuck.
That's
Like, what is it?
a lot
All
of
right,
it
so
is.
when you first saw that, what was your first thought?
Whatever. It was like whatever.
Yes.
And then T.I. said something. I was like, T.I., you should probably just shut up right now.
That's what I said.
I heard
He brought Lil
into
Nas
When
it.
X
T.I.
into this
said, when
shit.
T.I. said something, I was like, T.I.,
He
nah.
literally said, if you're gonna force Lil Nas X down, I'm like, fam, why are you
I'm
talking
like,
right
T.I.,
now?
like, come
Lil
on,
Nas X
bro,
has
you had
nothing to do
with
with
Leave
this.
yourself
No,
out.
T.I.,
Like,
before you
he's
already in
doing
enough
just
trouble,
fine.
like,
Right.
you don't even
Yeah.
check your high man, do a
Yeah.
raping, drugging bitch. Like, T.I., just chill out, bro. Like,
He gets
whoa.
himself involved in everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's
In
like, bro,
every-
you're
in
in so
every
much trouble,
beef,
bro.
like-
Just chill out, bro.
Hey, but like he said, he's allowed to talk as much as he
is
wants. You
allowed to
can't
talk
stop
as much
him,
as he
so it is what
Yeah,
it
and
is.
if you're gonna cancel, you're gonna cancel. If you don't listen to him, you don't listen.
But the whole cancel thing, if it's a bunch of people that, like most of the time, I would say it's a bunch of people that have nothing better to do but
They
sit
wanna be
online and
mad at
attack
everybody.
somebody.
They wanna
And just be mad at somebody.
everybody.
That's what I'm
Who are
saying.
we gonna be
Everybody
mad at
wanna be
today?
mad at Gucci because Gucci was racist. I was like, do you know how much I fucking love these slugs?
Nah, it's like Kodak Black. Half these hood ass niggas don't matter.
Why
You know
you
damn well
so
nobody
mad?
cares. You think anybody cares that Kodak Black is a
bitches look
is a
like
big
bitches
Trump
like
supporter?
this.
It's turned into a thing where like
I don't
these
give a
these
fuck.
people and these things that
I
actually
spent
need to like have something happen to them, like it doesn't matter, because like they're still gonna get their money, because people
Yeah.
just don't take it seriously, because that's what it's turned into.
Yeah, and you know,
They're gonna
and
water it
certain
down for the real
things-
people fucking
and
up.
certain
too.
Yeah, exactly.
things, it's
Like the Epsteins and the R. Kellys are gonna get
And
away with
not
shit
only
because
that- not
if we
only
got too
that-
many random things going on that
if
don't
we
matter.
started canceling all the like creatives who are doing bad stuff, we'd have no creatives. People who follow rules aren't fucking creative.
No, because the whole thing that
There's
like
somebody who
bothers
breaks
me.
a little rule here that don't rape.
Nah,
you
but the
know,
whole-
I'm never gonna
steal.
agree with
Like
everything
Winona
someone
Ryder.
says.
Winona Ryder, she stole. She was a great actress.
But that's the whole thing. It only bothers you depending on who you
Everybody
like.
steals.
Everybody steals.
It only bothers you depending on who you like. If it's somebody
Harvey
that you
Weinstein
love,
steals
you're not
vagina,
gonna
which
care
should
as
not
much.
be-
I also feel like it's like how it depends on like how you grew up and what your beliefs are for what something like how or if something's gonna offend you.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously like people in the South are hateful of a lot of different fucking things.
Yeah.
No,
So if
people
someone
don't.
who is famous is gonna say something derogatory, you know, towards whatever group of people they want to go for at that moment, like a lot of people from that part of the country aren't gonna find a problem with it, because
Yeah.
that's the type of shit they hear every single day.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I just be like, you know, people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's turned into a joke.
It ain't be my business like that.
It's a fun way to attack people.
It ain't be my business like that, man.
So I know we talk about this every episode,
Ooh.
but we have a Britney
Britney
update.
Baby update. Oh yeah, I read this.
Jamie Lynn Spears
Spears
is
is
a fucking bitch. Just like I've been
bitch.
saying all this time. We hate you, bitch.
We hate you.
So Britney
Oh.
called her out.
Oh yeah,
No,
hard.
yeah.
Brittany called her out.
Big
Yes,
time.
she
Britney's
did.
a fucking nutcase. Go ahead.
Big
Are their
time.
titties?
She's a fucking psychopathic. Fucking bitch is crazy. But I hope she breaks free out of jail. Cause I hope all crazy
I
people
hope
break
she
out of
does
She
jail.
not.
deserves to be
though.
crazy.
You ever
after
read
she's
Tuck
gone.
Everlasting?
Free.
It's like Tuck
I'm
Everlasting.
sure he has,
I
hasn't
hope
he?
they
No,
broke.
they
I hope
ain't
she
free.
broke out
She
of
got
jail
them covered
at
up with
the
her
end,
hands and everything.
too. Oh,
So
she's
just let 'em
crazy.
go.
She's a psycho. But go ahead.
Okay, so
Yeah.
apparently, she said, what did she say?
Intro,
She
man.
said, "Oh, my support system has my back on social media, but not in real life." Jamie Lynn Spears, Britney's little sister, posts a picture of her husband. She's like, "Oh, he's even working when we're on vacation," but she didn't blur out his phone and his computer screen. He was stalking Britney's Instagram.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And well, I guess that is like considered working because they control her whole life.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Instagram
So they
and
are
all.
working. What's the complaint?
Yeah, for
What's the
real.
complaint?
Is there a complaint?
All I'm saying is, right, if I'm at the baby's concert, right, and I
Oh my
have
God.
AIDS, I'm not like, oh, fuck.
All
These
I'm
words,
saying is,
I'm
if
like, did I take my
husband is
medication
looking
this
at my
morning?
sister's Instagram.
I'm just saying, as an AIDS patient, what the baby says is my least of my concerns. I have to not miss my fucking dosage.
I'm done with you.
And that's where I that's just me. Like, for example, my mother died of breast cancer, right?
Mm.
I fucking love breast cancer jokes. It's
No, you
humor.
don't.
I
nigga.
do,
Stop
bro.
it.
Bro,
Like-
are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? You know how fucking sick my sense of humor is? I love humor. I love comedy. Bob Saget, one of my favorite comedians. People cross the fucking line because it's comedy. It's your chance to break away from fucking realities and the fucking shittiness of fucking life. Not everything has to be fucking somber and miserable all the fucking time.
I need it later.
Bless you.
You came with everything in your fucking purse. Skittles, Swedish fish, frosted fish, Pockies, strawberry and chocolates.
You go on one rant and then
Cookies
you get
and cream.
distracted and go on a whole new rant.
It be like that sometimes. It's the ADHD or whatever they say.
It's the
I
alcohol.
like that sometimes.
100%.
That too is maybe a combination. Maybe the ADHD and
So that's interesting that you say that you love those kinds of jokes because I don't know if you watch like the roast battles, but every single time
Like the
Pete
roast?
Davidson's on there, yeah,
They
like
go across the line.
they always cross the line.
love
Like
it.
his dad died in 9/11,
Yes,
and they're like,
yes, he made it. Yeah.
he said this isn't the roast of Pete Davidson's dad that happened in
In
2001.
Yeah, Pete
And I was
Davidson
like,
talked about
yes,
that
this is
earlier.
Yeah.
and Pete Davidson didn't fucking
No, he
go,
always
cancel
laughs.
him. Oh,
But-
this is fucking.
Pete Davidson talks about his dad all
Pete
the time.
Davidson didn't say, oh, he made 9/11 joke. He's canceled. And nobody even said it. Since Pete Davidson didn't make a big deal out of it, nobody made a big deal out of it.
Mhm.
Nobody canceled any of those people who made those jokes because they were like, oh, Pete. So why are we canceling? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I do think though that he said what he said back to the baby because the only person that could talk about it was Malcolm.
He said,
So my point to that was just as long as he's prepared to lose the respect and the fan base that comes with it, like let him say whatever the fuck he wants, but knowing the day and age that we live in where cancel culture is so present, like you should expect that beforehand.
Like I
That's all.
said, you're gonna get in trouble for it, and you just gotta expect to lose money.
I just think if women still listen to Chris Brown, gay people will still listen to the baby.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. It will happen.
That's again
regardless.
cancel culture. It only lasts for a
In
while.
a couple
if you
minutes.
can actually
It
fight
only
it.
lasts for a couple minutes.
I
If
feel
you can
like
fight
I
through
feel
it.
like
Done.
the
People
I feel
forget
like the
about it, like, next week.
population.
Exactly.
Ooh, don't want to say something.
No, you want to get
You
canceled.
know it can
You don't want to
get
get
taken
canceled.
out.
Now you have to watch what we say because you don't want to get in trouble.
I feel like there are more gay people than. No, I can't say that. Domestic abuse is like very common, but I don't know. I feel
I
like
don't
the
know
gay
where this
mafia
is.
is just stronger.
Then everything except
Like
for the
they-
Jewish.
I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like
The
they
LGBT is big.
don't give a fuck.
They-
Like
they,
they will
them,
fucking
their
cancel you
fucking
because
cats,
like
dogs,
as they
whatever.
should.
Yeah,
Like,
good
you
luck
know
with
what I'm
Dave
saying?
Chappelle.
I just don't think that the
That's a-
community of like domestic
There's a
violence
few that
abuse
can't
cancel
survivors.
anybody, bro.
I'm serious. I don't think the community of like domestic violence abuse survivors or like battered women are gonna be like cancel Chris Brown, but like I mean,
I don't think one
AIDS
community.
killed millions in the 80s.
I don't think one
like,
community I don't think one community can cancel one person. It has to be a collective. Dave Chappelle should have been canceled.
for what?
Because he made
Are
a
you
bunch
kidding
of
me?
gay jokes,
The
baby.
LGBT.
For what?
He's got some
That was a
amazing
different
hate
jokes.
this guy.
time.
No, this was 2
Yeah,
years.
This was
like a
last
year ago.
year.
This was a year
last
ago.
year. They hate that guy.
He's made some
And
great jokes.
The
The
LGBT,
superhero shit?
They hate that guy. They hate him. But you can't cancel everything, bro. Like, imagine back in the day they tried to cancel Archie Bunker.
Yeah. But
Now
old white,
today they're trying to cancel Archie Bunker.
old white men don't get canceled.
Archie Bunker,
like-
they were trying to cancel him today. Oh, he's racist. He don't like black people.
I also feel
It's
like
like,
there's a big
come the
difference
fuck
between
on.
trying to cancel someone like the baby and then trying to cancel someone who has like
Rape.
a couple say 30,000 followers, for example, instead of
Someone that's not that famous.
Yeah, that's a very different
Yeah, it's
thing.
easy
of
to
trying
cancel somebody small.
Yeah.
Like the makeup kid got canceled pretty quick.
If Tori was as big as Meg.
Tori didn't get canceled.
Who, James Charles?
James Charles, he got canceled pretty quick, I feel like.
James
I used to
Charles?
see him everywhere.
He's still very
Is he?
relevant. He's got
I used to
James
see him
Charles?
everywhere,
James
and I
Charles
barely
is the
see
guy
him.
on my makeup palette.
I know I don't follow him, but I used to see him everywhere. But I don't see him
But
as much
he did
anymore,
get
though.
dropped from
Yeah,
all
he
major
must have,
brand
because I don't
deals.
see him anymore.
But it did take a while.
I used to just see
What did
him.
he do again?
He probably says father, but I don't see him.
Minors.
He
anymore.
got caught
Sending
talking
money
to like
to
15
send
underage kids, and it's like he's like, I didn't know how old they were, and then you go to their Instagram, it's bio, it's like 16, like fucking
I'm 5.
It's like so fucked.
It's not the first time. This is just the first time he was like.
And he
really
says mad
caught.
followers, right? That's
Yeah.
crazy, right? Fuck it.
Yeah, he still has mad
Cancel culture
followers.
can't be that crazy. Can't be that crazy. He was touching little boy, but he's cool. No wonder there's so many. That's why there's so many Catholics.
Now Ashton Kutcher and
I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. Ever since I saw that movie about the spotlight on the Boston Globe shit,
What are we talking about?
and his wife
Catholic
appeared.
religion.
I'm sorry.
The Catholic religion and cancel culture.
It's a movie. It's a documentary. What is
The
it?
Spotlight is a movie,
Mm.
and it's a true story, and it's about the Boston Globe. They did they have like a thing in the newspaper called the Spotlight, and they focus on something big or whatever, and they did it on the molestation on the Catholic Church,
Oh, okay.
and they did the math, and it was crazy. I think it was like
Can you pass
I don't
me
want to
that
say a
shit?
number because I'll be wrong. I don't want to say a number. But it was a lot. It was like, I want to say it was almost like 40%. They found out like almost 40% of priests were like molesting kids or something like that.
Jesus
Something crazy
Christ.
high. Something crazy high. Don't quote me on that though, because I could be completely wrong. It could be 10, 20%. Either way, it's way too much. But the Catholic religion, right?
Mm.
And it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Nobody pays attention to it. Nobody cancels fucking Cardinal. Nobody cancels Mass. Right? Mass doesn't get canceled, even though there's a big fucking factual, like big corruption higher up
Country was
than
built
your,
on
than
like
your
church and
individual,
government. You're not
than
gonna
your individual
cancel church.
Catholicism. But
Can't.
it's bigger than your individual Catholicism and your small little church here and there. It's at the very top where it's like cops, where a cop will do something bad and they'll pass him off to the next station. They don't fire him. It's the same thing with priests. They touch a kid, they get passed off to the next station.
Yeah, because you're talking about
But-
the biggest gangs in the world.
The biggest gangs in the world, right? The religious and the fucking thing. But
Yeah.
everybody wants to cancel the fucking rappers who are the role models, not the police and the fucking Pope, right? We look up to fucking the baby who wore a fucking diaper to the award show. That's who we look up to and have to cancel when he says something bad. But the fucking Pope can move along all these fucking child molesters, and everybody still wants to go to mass.
Because
on Sunday.
people on social media think they have enough power to stop someone
That's what
like
it
the
is. It's
baby.
all fake. It's
People
all
don't think they
fake.
can do something like
I
stop
just
the
hate fake
Pope.
shit. I just hate fake shit. And it's so corny. Why we gotta cancel the baby? We knew the baby. Who is the baby?
It's an. And
God damn.
do you guys wash your whole body?
What
Water.
is this? I like this.
All right, next topic. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis say they don't believe in bathing their kids or themselves often.
Whoa.
Nothing wrong with that. They're rich. They're rich.
Bomb right
They're
there.
rich. I'm still gonna fuck Mila.
It's an. And do you guys wash your whole body?
Water.
I don't wash my body with soap every day,
Okay, good. That's good. That's
Okay.
but I wash pits and tits and holes and soap.
Slits.
I wash the slits. I wash my slits and my tits.
I
Yeah.
wash my armpits and my crotch daily, and nothing
Yeah.
else ever.
You don't?
Exactly.
Wait,
and look
you
at his.
guys-
Let's talk about his skin.
Yeah, I got a bar, a Lever 2000.
There
it
we go.
just delivers every time.
Textbook soap.
Nothing else.
Do you guys wash your whole body?
Water.
That conversation just sounded like it smelled funny.
Yeah.
Like I'm, I can't.
So at first when she said I only use soap every couple days, I was like, I was under the impression that she never
Yes.
showered, like when you said it like that.
Yeah.
But now that I understand the context, I'm still grossed out.
So she takes the shower that you used to take when you were a kid, where you just stood in the water and.
I never wash my asshole when I take a
Caught the
shower.
mist.
I don't wash my asshole. I just wash my bones.
I'm sorry.
Really?
What'd
You
you
better
say?
start.
What'd you
What
say?
the
I
fuck?
don't wash my asshole in 14.
All right, you need to stand.
Take
while you
17
on this
years.
podcast from now on.
No
I didn't wash
way.
my bones. I didn't even wash my penis. I just washed the bones.
All
I
right.
hope no
You gotta
girl
stand
that
while
we
you in
fuck
there.
watch this podcast.
I don't
need
use
plastic
soap. I don't
covers.
use soap ever though.
Plastic covers.
uses dish
Everything.
soap.
I
that
just
goes-
use
Going
this
on fucking orgy
Cut
right
the
now.
grease.
The
right?
pods. I just use the pods.
It can
smack
wash
'em.
the ducks and it can wash the balls.
That's nasty
That's
as fuck that they don't
bondage
shower
soap, baby.
Be
daily.
careful. You're gonna come
That's
here looking like
disgusting
Skeeter.
that they don't shower daily. That's gross. She washes her slit, which is good, but
I would hope.
because that's what I'm eating. But
I mean, you're not supposed to put soap in that.
I'm saying just wash. I didn't say
so
soap.
Weird.
I heard you could put it on
Why
your
would
lips.
you say that, like, publicly?
I heard you could wash your lips.
Like for the whole world to hear? You kidding me?
What's up with this?
That I feel like when you do some shit like that, that means you have something coming. Because
I
you
feel
wanted
like
people
I'm
to
more
talk
careful about what I say on this podcast that gets 25 views than
No, you
they
are not. You know how much stuff I edit that
You're right.
Are you kidding me?
I was gonna say.
No, like the first
You're
3
right.
podcasts, you were like, oh, gotta take that out. Gotta
I
take
just
that out.
burned my nose with the blunt trying to put Skittles in my mouth.
You okay?
No, it hurt really bad. My eyes are watering.
You need a minute?
There goes the eyelashes.
There they go.
Just
Oh, you got a fucking chill in my body.
One of them's hanging on.
I mean, nobody.
Casey Anthony, we remember that bitch.
Oh my god,
Of course.
Casey Anthony.
I know
What's she
about-
doing?
Killed her daughter.
I know exactly who it
Yeah,
is.
we know.
I know all about
Okay,
Casey
okay,
Anthony.
okay.
Fuck Casey
No.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Everybody
fuck
knows.
Casey
It's viral on TikTok right now
And
because she was
Florida.
drunk at the bar. And she approached this young girl and was like, "You should be a model," and started like taking her pictures with a weird camera, like coaching her, like, "Oh, turn like this," like.
I just want them to put that girl in
Go
jail. I don't
home,
fucking
bro.
care about no
Like,
Casey
you
Anthony.
can't find an excuse to arrest that bitch.
Fuck Florida.
They
They
do that
let her
all the
out. Why
time.
would
I
they
don't
arrest
know
her?
how
Like,
they
listen
didn't
to
find her
this.
guilty.
For no
OJ
fucking
got
reason.
away with it, right?
Yeah.
My theory is that OJ didn't do it. OJ's son did it.
Oh, they didn't do it.
No, I think
OJ's son.
I think OJ's
Nobody
son
did it. She killed herself.
I think.
How old is OJ's son?
She killed herself.
This nigga here, don't talk no more. Nigga, you drunk.
I think he was like in his teens or early 20s.
And
around
he
the
was
time.
really aggressive towards Nicole. And
How old was the son?
she expressed he was in his
teens or early
teens. He
20s.
was a football
Okay,
player
okay, he
too,
did do
and
that.
she expressed to people that she was scared of him.
Yeah.
He showed signs of aggression, whatever. There's like a bunch of other reasons to this conspiracy as
I'm
why
about to
it could
say,
be a motive.
this sounds like a conspiracy though, because like, why would OJ go on a fucking
Listen,
long
just
ass
listen.
tour fucking in a Bronco?
He did that to deter.
Get him time to get
police.
away?
Yeah, to deter the.
You
police.
really think nobody? I mean, I guess I don't know, man. So you
I
think
don't know.
OJ
What
is?
I'm
You might be
trying to
the
say
first
here-
Caucasian female ever to say OJ didn't do it.
I think OJ helped. I don't think
George
that OJ
Floyd
did it.
and now this. Congratulations. That's that first George Floyd
Oh.
and now this.
Listen, listen.
Free George Floyd.
Yeah, I'm gonna just clip that out.
So, anyway, fuck, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so what happened with the OJ? Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this.
OJ killed her.
You think his son did it? Not
I think his son did it, not him. And
Is there like anything I can watch to like tell me why you
Yeah.
think this?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
can watch
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of like conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like
Oh,
some
yeah,
of this stuff.
so-
So like, if you can think
so,
of anything, let me know.
this is what I was trying to say. There's a lot of times when, like, if police fuck up and they know they fucked up, like, they'll get you for something else and, like, just charge you ridiculous for it.
Mhm.
Like, that's
Yeah.
happened a million times. Like,
Yeah.
so what happened with OJ was, like, he beat the shit out of someone for, like, owning his memorabilia and said that it was, like, his.
His, yeah.
No, that's why he
back.
went to jail the
Yeah.
last time.
That's when he went to jail the last time,
Yeah.
right? But, like, he got, like, I feel
10
like he got,
10
like,
years.
mad time
He
for
did.
that.
He did.
They
And
did.
it was
They gave him
because
30 years,
everyone
and
knew, because
paroled.
listen to this, Ron's family, the other guy that died,
Yeah.
Yeah.
his family sued OJ in a civil suit
And
for
won.
like murder and won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they proved it, but they dropped the ball with the case because
Yes.
it was just too much pressure. I
Yes.
guess whatever.
It is what it is.
I think that that should happen with Casey Anthony.
No,
They can't
or-
just find something little to arrest her for and just keep her in jail.
Well, here's the
No.
thing.
The
Somebody
sta- you know what I mean? She
plant
has
some
to
drugs
fuck
on
up
that bitch
at
or
some
something.
point. You
Casey
can't just
is-
like.
It's unfortunate, but
the
Casey Anthony
statute-
beat the system, okay?
The statute of limitations
Is
for
what it is.
murder is limitless. So
Because
if
she
they
was fucking
find
her
new
mother.
evidence,
They already charged her with murder, though. They
no,
Yeah, you
can't
could be
charge
but
her.
charged
if there's new evidence, then they can charge her
Nah,
again.
they can't.
If there's
I don't
new
think
evidence,
so.
they can.
Nah.
Yes, if there's they
They
can't
can't
charge her.
charge her.
They
'Cause
can't
nah,
charge her and
nah.
have the same trial for the same things.
For
No,
the same charge, they could try to charge her with something else, but what other charge can you drum up for that?
but I'm saying if
A
there's
manslaughter?
no, if there's new evidence, they can charge her with murder again.
That's
Nah, not
true.
the same
If they-
charge, they can't.
Like, do you guys watch
Even
like
if
there's
crime
no-
docs
it
and
wasn't
shit
a
all the
mistrial,
time?
it was an acquittal. It wasn't a mistrial.
How
If
often
it was
do
a
you
Yeah,
see
but if
women
there's-
go to
But
jail?
if new evidence comes up, you can do that.
Not when you're acquitted, not when you're found not guilty. Not when you're found not guilty. If the whole trial goes through and you're
Yeah.
found not guilty, no.
you have
If
to
the
be
case
charged
is
with a
dismissed,
completely new
or there's a
thing.
mistrial, the charges are dismissed or something, then yes.
Unless they could
But
prove
if
it
you're
was a
found
mistrial.
You gotta
after
like
all
kill
these
somebody
years.
else or something.
Because a lot of
Literally,
times the
that happens
DA,
in Law and
if they
Order
didn't
all
have
the
enough
time.
evidence to
Right.
decide to drop the charges
Absolutely.
and new evidence came, they could.
I feel
Absolutely.
like it would be easy to say that was a mistrial.
Which would
If
have
you
been
were
faster.
found, yeah, I wish they did, but they found the bitch not guilty. I don't know how they found her not guilty.
I
I
don't
can't
either.
believe it was
That's
a
why I'm
mistrial.
saying they could be able
I
to.
can't believe it was a mistrial. You had all 12 people say not guilty, bro.
Yeah, and then they have so
All
much
it took was
proof.
one person to say guilty. It's a mistrial, and then they can do what you say.
She led the
No
cops on a
evidence,
wild
no-
goose chase, though.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Brought them to
But at the
Universal
end of the
Studios
day,
or
bro,
something.
Kate, she beat the system, man.
If they were to look at that
It
now, I
really
feel
is.
like they could still be like, yeah, they could
But
figure out a
ever-
way that it was a
but ever-
mistrial. 'Cause
OJ
that
didn't-
had to have been.
How often do you see females go to jail in crime documentaries? How often do you see a white female go to jail in a
A
crime
pretty one
documentary?
at that.
A very pretty one.
I love
Jodi
when white people
Arias.
go to jail.
Yes, the one that's literally her freaking
Oh,
the twins
that
are.
bitch,
Like,
that bitch, the fucking the worst bitch in the world. I was
Yeah,
abused.
that bitch had a whole ass camera
I know,
of
that
herself
bitch is
killing the
tad, bro.
motherfucker.
That bitch is tad.
Like,
yeah.
Bitch get slapped up a couple times. Now she abused.
She
Nah.
shot the dude after stabbing him like 25
Like,
times, like
right,
40
like-
some times.
There's a
Like she
big
wasn't getting
difference.
away with that.
There's a big difference between abuse and hit.
Who else? Who else?
There's another girl that's just like Jodi. I can't
This
remember her
bitch
name.
came back. She stalked
She was
the
even
nigga.
singing in the freaking.
He got away from her and she stalked this nigga and hunted him down and killed this nigga.
There's this other girl.
And has the nerve to say he abused me.
Yeah,
Like,
holding
yes,
up
he
shirts.
did slap you up in the past, but bitch, that's not what's going on right now. You came and found this nigga where he was.
Yeah,
Got him in
she
the
saw him.
shower.
She
He
saw him
wasn't
talking to
looking for
someone on
you.
his
Yeah, he
phone.
wasn't looking for you. He wasn't beating you. This wasn't abusive, like you want to make it seem. You got hit a couple times. It's unfortunate. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But you did. This is not an abusive, bitch.
That wasn't self-defense.
Yeah.
You came and found this nigga.
Yeah, if he came and found her, that was
It's a
so
different
different.
story. Different
Yeah.
He'd
story.
be in jail for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
then
he'd be dead. She wouldn't be
She
out.
drove
She'd be
like
dancing.
hours.
I'd
She'd
be
be
with her. I'd
fine,
be dancing
She
with her.
drove like hours from his crib. You're
Like,
right. You're right.
She left
Yeah,
out of state. She
literally
drove
from, like, a whole
hours,
nother state.
hundreds of miles to go.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He beat me. Bitch, no. Bitch. He did not beat you over
In
FaceTime.
front of his whole family, she held up a shirt talking
Yeah,
about
but
this
she
is for
beat me.
domestic violence.
Listen, he beat me over Skype.
Oh, that's so funny.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Psychopath.
Man, bitch,
Look, she's just an actual psychopath.
It is what it is. You can't win them all. Shout out Jodi Arias.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You know, she did what she felt like she had to do. She felt like she did what she had to do. You know, I'm surprised. I'm surprised she did that.
What, that she fucking
Yeah.
stabbed him, took a
She's-
bunch of
that's
pictures?
how you know you crazy.
I mean,
Crazy.
she's an
But she
advocate
looked
for
good.
domestic violence.
She looked good.
Is she though?
But that's how you know they're crazy. Because she could have just found somebody else with money and moved along.
Yeah, but when you've like an
Nice
actually a
little
genuine
blonde bitch with nice-
psychopath,
but she's a real life. Exactly.
it's
she's
not
a real
that
life
simple to say,
psycho.
I'm just gonna move on.
That must suck being being good looking and being a real life psycho.
Yeah.
That dude.
Because you
was-
can
he
be,
was
you can
supposed to
be, you can be.
fucking-
If you look good, you can be dumb, anything, and you still succeed. But
Yeah.
you're a psycho, and like you're fucked. That sucks.
Unless somebody else popped up and was like,
Like look
he
at
got
Anna
lucky
Nicole
enough.
Smith. Look at Anna Nicole Smith.
I don't know nothing about her.
That
except
was.
she's a
It
I
mess.
just-
think her husband set that up for real.
So that
She
girl's a
was
mess.
she married the old nigga, took
Yeah,
her
all his
husband
money,
made that happen.
Yeah.
but nobody cancels her for that. Which in today's culture,
Why
she should
would
be.
they?
She
Why?
went
She should
crazy.
be.
She
In
went
today's
crazy.
culture, she
Why?
should be. She
Why
shouldn't
should
be.
she?
She shouldn't be.
No, she shouldn't.
She shouldn't be. But in today's culture, the way the standards,
Hell no.
the way the standards are, she should be.
For
No,
what?
she
For
wouldn't
what?
be. I think
Same
she
thing with Jada
No.
Pinkett.
For what?
Same thing with Jada Pinkett.
For
With
what?
today's standards, she should be canceled too. But
For what?
not that they did anything wrong. 'Cause I don't want to say this like they should be canceled because I don't think anybody should be. But in today's standards, they who are we talking
Why?
about?
Nicole.
Before Jada Pinkett, Nicole. Because she took advantage of this old ass dude just to take his money. She's a stripper. She just.
Man, we're in the era of hot girl summer. What are you
No,
talking
no,
about?
no,
You think
no,
they
no,
give a
no,
fuck?
no. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
You
think they
praised
give a
her.
fuck?
I
don't
praised
care.
her.
I don't care.
Cardi
She's the
was
other person.
drugging niggas.
She's
Cardi
the other
was straight
person.
Cardi was drugging dudes
I
like.
know. What I'm saying is, I don't think these. I'm saying in today's it's like a double standard.
Yes, it's a double standard. And there always will be a double
But, like,
standard.
man,
That shit ain't
Nicole
going
Smith-
to
Like the
change.
shit, especially
Drove
Cardi
her
B. The
to
shit Cardi B
insanity.
did.
Have you
Like,
seen
what?
those videos of her? When she
Imagine,
was off her, like, out of her
imagine
mind?
Harvey did that shit.
Nicole Smith?
Yeah.
Yes.
Her
Harvey got a
husband-
dick
her
sucked for a
husband
movie
did that
role.
to
Imagine
her.
Cardi B admitted to doing the same shit Bill Cosby did,
Yeah, and it don't matter.
and it don't matter. Fuck your cancel culture. I'm watching the Cosby Show.
There's
Free
no
Bill.
victims
Fuck
that
out
have
of
come
my face.
forward. If there were victims that had come forward, it would be different.
Because men don't
always will support the people you favor.
Just like when a woman says they don't go through with
it sounds like a come up to me. Just like Cardi B.
Just like when women say they don't press charges for rape.
That sounds like a come up to me if I was a guy.
You will be looked at as the biggest bitch in the world, and you will disappear.
Cardi B's a rapist.
What are you talking about?
Cardi B's a rapist.
Yes, you serious?
You're kind of right.
Cardi B's
you will be looked at as the biggest bitch on the planet, and then you will fucking disappear.
Cardi B's a rapist.
Right.
And I don't mean willingly disappear either.
Cardi B is admittedly a rapist. Well, not a rapist. What is she?
I don't know, a drugger, abuser. I don't know what you want to fucking.
Still rapist. Still rapist.
That would, I guess.
But it's cool, though, right? Like, I honestly don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't.
I mean, if the victims don't
care.
Not
to say I don't care about that shit, but I just like, come on, bro.
Okay, I want to hear what you have to say about Jada.
Jada,
yes.
Because if the roles were switched, it would have been how Will took advantage of a young lady with mental issues and groomed them. But it's not the same as August. August, 20 years old, 21, 22.
I totally agree.
Has mental issues, suicidal, like clearly like.
And she literally brought him in, took care of him,
and groomed him. And groomed him and fucked him. And
it was her son's friend.
And has a son. I'm about to say. I'm about to say, and has a son.
If that was the same situation, Willow's friend, and it was Will, he'd be done.
Yeah,
and it's just fake. It's corny. I don't care.
I agree. When they finally when they finally aired that out, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, props to them for
Will sitting there looking sad as fuck.
Yeah. Oh my god, that killed me.
Just looking sad as shit.
Janice could literally be labeled a predator just like the men are, but she's not.
No, and matter of fact, now she says, "Oh, hey, it's Tupac's birthday. I got a poem from Tupac." Your husband, I'm sitting right here being your husband. You talking about, oh, I got a poem from Tupac on his birthday. I'm just saying everything added in. It's like, yo, do you care about me at all?
Added in, yes. After all the extra shit.
Like, just added everything. It's like, do you like me, man?
Tupac gotta go to your room. Tupac thing too. It was cool at first, but since this new shit happened, Tupac shit's gone too. Yes, I agree with that.
They definitely have an open marriage, and Will's definitely fucking people, like other people too.
But it was
that's not the point.
Will wasn't being a predator. Fucking his kids.
We got Will looking like a whole dumbass.
Thank you.
We don't know, but like you said about Cardi B.
Will.
Like you said about Cardi B. Like you said about Cardi B. The victim didn't say anything.
Yeah.
August Alsina did.
Don't know.
Honest Alsina did.
He made a whole album about that
shit. How about being a victim? And we don't care what
I love him. I love him. I'm a big fan.
Still, really?
Yeah.
Good for you. I mean, he lost a lot of fans.
It is what it is.
He lost a lot of fans.
It is what it is. Yeah, because women are deceitful. They're like, we don't like that shit, nigga.
I feel bad for him. You know,
what it is.
Poor guy.
It is what it is.
What was your point of you saying I was in an open relationship? What was your point to that?
So, well,
your eyebrows look great, by the way.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that 10 minutes ago.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So I don't know. I think that that Jada Smith, that whole thing with August Alsina was weird. I did not like that from the beginning, and I saw that like Red Table Talk with them, and I thought that concerned me really, because like why would you do something like that?
Like, do you believe that like if you were in like a relationship that you should like have the other ones back and not make them look crazy?
Yeah, and I feel like even if they are in an open relationship, like you need to know.
You don't have to make me look like a bitch.
Yeah, no, there's still gonna be boundaries to that. You know what I mean? And especially like since he is their son's friend, like that just makes it so much weirder. It's
Man, how you gonna be Mike Lowry?
It's not like it was just some random like young artist that she like found randomly like doing her own thing. Like, that's her son's friend. Like that's that sets off red flags to me. You know what I mean? And like that. Like, I feel like, I don't know, it just gives me weird vibes. Like, I feel it, like, I don't know, for me, I just feel like it might not have been the first time she's done that, and I feel like,
she's a pedophile.
I don't know, it gives me the vibes that she suggested the open marriage, and that maybe, like, that was her thing, but I don't know, I feel like even if it is open, which whatever, like, I don't care what people do with their lives, like, there's always going to be boundaries to that, and your kids' friends should always be off limits. I don't know. I just feel like that's so weird, especially in the industry they're in, and like
just don't make
how
me
that's
look
like
crazy.
A known thing in the industry too. Like it's just weird. I think it's weird, and I think it's sus. I just don't like it.
I should have done the table talk on Jerry Springer. That shit would have made sense.
Jerry was my boy.
Yeah, if I am Will Smith and I have done everything that I have done, just don't make me look like a fucking idiot. That is all I ask. Just don't make me look like an idiot. I am Mike Lowry.
You play Tyra Banks.
I literally, like, I have one of the most famous scenes of making it like my daughter can't date this dude. Here, my son's friend is banging my wife.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy.
Childish.
I feel like he has so much respect for her, and it's just not the same.
Just like the way this man's face looked at that fucking table.
I know.
You know, it's just,
Yeah, it was so sad.
that shit is with the Jordan crying face meme forever. All right, we good with that one? I don't know how we even got on Jada. And, I'm looking at my paper like, wait a minute. What was Oh shit! All right, so it's a Kelly Clarkson ordered to pay Brandon Blackstock almost $200,000 a month in spousal and child support.
Who the fuck are they?
Whoa.
Kelly Clarkson?
Ooh, American Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Her husband, her ex, she got to pay him $200,000 a month in child support.
Does he have them full time?
No,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's not about having them full time.
Get your money.
Equal living when they're with each other.
Yes, King. Yes.
Yes, King. Yes, King. Get your money, King.
Okay.
Yes. She need to take care of them children. She need to take care of them children. Yeah. What's the name?
Brandon Blackstock.
Brandon Blackstock, my nigga. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pay up, Kelly.
Give him that money. Pay that man.
Pay up. So this time
he was with you.
Oh, well.
He was beside you all this time.
You knew better.
He was a lump dirt beside you all this time.
You knew better. Oh well. Yep, pay him. You should get more.
He should get more.
Yep. Next story is in the story.
Who's got the letter?
Yep. Brandon Blackstock, my nigga. Yes, sir. I want it all too. I want it all.
That's mad.
I want it all. Cause he deserve it.
Yes.
He deserve it. He deserve it. Cause he tired of this shit. He tired of Future got to pay all 30 of his baby mamas.
That's Future fault, nigga.
Nah, I don't care. Pay him. Pay Brandon Blackstock.
Stop telling everybody you got all these baby mamas. You might get away with some of this in court.
Hey,
He bragging in every song. I got 17 new baby mamas today.
Hey man, free Kelly Clarkson.
Oh man! All right, what else do we even have? New COVID strain. Do you think that we're gonna have another shutdown?
Fuck out of here!
I heard
Suck my dick. I'm not doing it again. I let these people put their little fake poison vaccine in me that I never trusted, but I let them do it because I wanted to be.
He did. He came
I
here
wanted to be
talking
nice
about
with the white people. I wanted to be nice to the white people who was asking anybody. Oh,
You just be lying like a motherfucker. Now you want to be nice to the Caucasians. You a lying ass nigga. Like you a liar. You a liar.
I got it, so I can be one of the white people.
Lying.
Anyway,
no
I
offense,
got
he's
the
just a
vaccine.
liar.
I got the vaccine. Y'all ain't giving me nothing more of your fake poison.
I heard that
Fuck
you
out of
is
here.
it
I just
called
died.
Pfizer?
I just died.
Is that what it's called?
I just
you
died.
want to know
Pfizer,
something?
Moderna, Johnson & Johnson.
I'm just gonna die.
Should I confess something right here, right now?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm not vaccinated, first of all.
I mean, you asked him for the card on my Facebook.
I got you.
You asked him for a fake card on my
shouldn't have
Facebook.
done that.
I got you, but
Oh,
No,
that's
really
what those
good.
are?
Yeah.
Like, to make it look like
You got the shots. That's what I was
that's
talking
like
about.
that.
Okay.
Don't mind the
You will.
craziness, you know, as we gonna get canceled, you know, we have to act like a little crazy every now and then, you know.
it's okay.
I'm not
Work with the
acting.
name.
I'm not acting.
No, this is built.
I'm
This
crazy.
is built because of this and
I'm crazy.
several ridiculousness of people.
Wait, so listen. My confession is that I'm super uneducated about like everything about COVID and everything about all the vaccines. I don't know the difference.
We don't know what's true or false
I don't
anyway,
know
G.
anything about it.
We don't know
at
what's
all.
true or false anyway
You know
about most
that
of this shit.
because I don't have cable, and I prefer to not watch it.
Nobody has cable.
I prefer to not like.
Bad excuse.
I don't want to watch it. I don't care.
Don't
about
have
it.
cable.
It gives me anxiety, so I don't care. Because I don't really go outside that much anyway, and when I do, well, I used to wear a mask, but I stopped doing that.
I guess no news is
Yeah,
good
and
news.
if people ask me, like,
anxiety.
yeah,
She's over here
I'm
calling
back.
out the
I
whole
don't
royal
want
family on TikTok.
I'm like,
for
I'm back.
80
I'm
billion followers.
vaccinated. I'm vaccinated.
I shouldn't do that. I
don't
know.
wear a
Oh my
mask.
god, no, that's. Did you hear what she just said?
What?
She's like, oh, the vaccine gives you anxiety, but you're calling out the whole royal family on TikTok.
Yeah.
You have fucking
To like a
British
million
people in your
followers or
DMs.
whatever.
Death threats.
Off
Yeah,
with your head,
fuck.
bitch.
Charles is gonna fuck you. Ooh.
Yeah, I made fun of his fingers.
Fuck his
Yo,
fingers.
that his hands, that shit is hilarious.
No,
I don't know
that's
how
so
I never
true,
fucking
though.
heard about this.
They have to sell drugs.
You want this? Want to go on this?
Ooh,
I heard his feet are like that
Edit this.
too.
That's fine.
Chris, I
Edit
heard
what?
his feet are like that too.
What?
I missed
Heard
it.
his
You
feet
hear
are
it,
like
and
that too.
His feet?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was
Like
only-
a fucking,
so I have to subject.
yeah, fucking like 18-month pregnant
I got you.
bitch.
I got you.
Oh, man.
Anyways, welcome back to Weird Nigga Tangent.
You guys want to play a game?
Oh, God, here we go. Here we fucking
What
go.
can we play? Can we play charades?
Oh, wait a second. The Olympics.
I never did the Sarah topic.
yes, that's a great topic.
The Olympics is happening right now.
Oh, yeah, what did you want to talk about with the Olympics?
It's just the Olympics, man.
Did you
Go
hear
America.
Simone Biles? Like, okay.
Simone
Biles. Let's talk about her. Queen.
Yeah, so
All right, let's please take turns here. Please, let's actually know, like, is there anything that we actually have to say about this,
A
please?
little chocolate jar. Yeah, I got something to say about Simone Biles.
It's so fucked up the way that they treat Olympic athletes, period. In this country, we treat them like shit. And honestly, especially the females.
Oh, well.
What do you mean,
So do
How
this.
do you expect
Do
them to
gymnastics.
perform?
Do gymnastics in your backyard then.
No, bro.
They set up the big ass. No, because they set up the big ass world stage for you. Shut the fuck up. Not do it. You like to do gymnastics so much. You do it for the love. Do it in your backyard on your trampoline.
big
Get the fuck out of my
world
face. It's the Olympics.
No.
Yes, people die to go to the Olympics. The Olympics don't die to go to them.
No.
No, the Olympics ain't dying to go to
I
Simone
would
Biles.
die to see
She
Simone Biles.
She
Yes,
left,
I would.
She left and
They're
nobody
not the
cared.
Olympics.
The Olympics committee did not care. She backed out and the Olympics committee, the Olympics went on. She left and the Olympics went on. Fuck up. You don't like how they treat you? Don't sign up for the Olympics. Don't sign up for the Olympics then. Don't sign up. You don't like how they're treated? Don't sign up for it. Don't sign up for it.
You don't understand.
It was against.
I don't work at Burger
specific-
King. I don't work at Burger King because it's trash. I don't want to work there.
But it wasn't like they were just against women.
You're doing great,
It was
my
like
friend.
against her.
They specifically targeted her and
With the rules changes?
Yes,
With the,
they
okay.
changed
So
the
so
rules.
boycott it. So don't go no more Simone.
That's what I was
listen,
wondering. I
don't go
committed
no more
both.
Simone.
No.
Don't go no more Simone.
Absolutely not. Because
Absolutely
when
not.
you
All right,
have
let's change the
when you
Olympics.
have athletes, for example, in the NBA, they make mad money, right? It's not
Oh,
the
here
same
we
scale as
go.
the Olympics, but
Don't
okay.
compare men and women, please. With
I'm
money
not.
in
No,
sports,
that's not what I'm
please.
doing here. I'm just saying,
Don't do
like,
that stupid shit.
people that have, I don't know, like LeBron, who's like broken like records or whatever, they don't change the rules so he can't ever break them again. That's what they did to Simone
What do you
Biles.
mean? They did it to James Harden. They just changed the rules for James Harden and Trae Young. They just changed the rules in the NBA. You can't lean into plays anymore when you go.
Oh,
If
well,
you-
a couple of
I
They
feel
just
like
changed
that's
rules.
different.
They
I feel
changed
like
rules
that's
for the
different,
black
you know.
baseball player, the nigga on the mound back in the day, who played for the Cardinals. I forget his
I
name.
don't
Bob
know about no
Gibson.
baseball,
They
man.
lowered the mound for him. They changed the rules for him.
They say that
What
she
else?
wins.
What else?
No,
Come on.
it's different.
Everybody
it's
hates
different.
women. We get it. We all hate. Everybody hates women.
can't
Black women
compare
can't
that.
compete in the Olympics. Even though there's plenty of black women competing in the Olympics right now, just because 3 broke rules that were just it happened.
She didn't break rules. Though.
She
She's
didn't
just
break
more
rules.
talented than anyone else.
So
has
okay,
ever been.
okay, and they want to eat. All right. So what?
They're
so
trying to.
It's
Like,
not because she's a
even the
black
playing
woman.
Field, that's not
It's because she's
fair.
more talented than anyone else.
Okay,
has
but
ever been.
it would have been like that if she was anybody. It don't matter. It's
So
not 'cause
Simone
she's a
Biles-
woman.
I
They want to
know.
change the rules.
But-
It's a women's sport. She's competing. It's not. Oh, we're gonna change the rules because she's a woman. It's all women competing.
No, that's not what
That's
we're saying.
not what we're saying.
It's not.
It's
It
not
doesn't
that
have
we're
anything to do
changing
with the fact
rules
that she's a
'cause she's a
woman.
woman.
It's because
She's
she's
They're
changing
more
the
changing
rules.
the rules
talented.
because she is more talented than everyone else. No matter what, she always wins every
So they
single
should-
year. So they're
yes.
saying you're unbeatable. So now
Okay, so she
we're
should
not
retire
gonna,
on
no,
top.
she's doing
They're saying
she's
you're
doing the
unbeatable,
hardest
retire.
tricks that are like impossible to fucking
So
do,
she
like
should just
defying
retire, though.
fucking gravity. No,
She has
listen.
4 rules. She has 4 moves named after her, bro. She has 4 moves named after her. Retire.
So why
Simone.
shouldn't she
Yeah,
be able to
Why?
compete in the Olympics?
What do you mean? She can compete. She just can't do those certain moves. No, she said
It's
just.
not that she can't do
Why?
them. They
I don't
won't
even know what
count
happened
them
with
anymore.
Simone Biles.
Exactly.
Because they're too advanced.
Exactly.
Can y'all
So,
just-
even
like,
and
y'all
just.
just-
Some of the
She won't
greatest.
get-
And
she won't
just.
get
Hi,
her
hello,
credit.
hi.
Look at you. Don't
I
think-
don't even know what we're talking about.
You
What
don't
happened
think
with Simone Biles?
Because they
They
changed the
changed
rules
the
where she can't do
rules.
these certain moves that she's like perfected and nobody else can do.
He's saying it
Go
wrong.
ahead.
That's not what
Go ahead.
happened.
All right.
He
What is
doesn't
going on?
Can we
understand.
slow
Go ahead.
down?
Go
Can we
ahead.
slow down?
Let them explain.
What happened?
This is what happened, okay? She won so much, and she was doing the most complicated moves that are, like, impossible to fucking do.
No woman has ever done
Yes,
them before.
no one's ever done them. No woman has ever done them before.
Uh-huh.
And she's doing them and perfecting them and getting perfect scores every single time. So they're leveling the playing field, and when she does these advanced tricks, they're not counting them. Because
What did I just say?
no matter what, she's always gonna win.
What I just said is she's doing
too
moves other people
advanced
can't do, so
compared
they're
to
not counting
everyone
them. That's what I just said.
And
She's
if
not
anyone
getting her
else attempts to do
appreciation.
Can you
them,
rewind this?
if anyone else attempts to do them, they'll get like terribly injured because they're not
Can
as
you
talented as
rewind this?
Simone
Because that's what I
Biles.
just said.
But she's the one person in the world
Well,
that
they
can do it.
Yes. That's what I just said. And you guys said you guys teamed up and said.
But she's not
No,
getting her
that's
appreciation.
not-
Is the point.
No, you said that,
This is
that
this
they're
is
not
recorded.
allowing her
That's
to
fine.
do it.
I'm
No,
not arguing.
you
This
said
is
that they're
recorded.
not
It's
allowing her to
recorded.
do
This is
I
on
can't
tape.
rewind
She's
it.
doing
This is on tape. This is on
it.
tape.
She's doing it still. Or
It
she
doesn't
was
count.
until
So
Yeah,
what?
doesn't
So
count.
she can't
So
play
she
now?
needs to do a
Like,
job.
she's not
No,
allowed to
she's
be in the
fine
Olympics?
doing it, but she said she dropped out due to mental health issues.
Yeah.
But
Which
which
is fine.
leads me
That's
back
one thing
to
I
what
heard.
I was talking
That's what I
about
heard.
before.
Which
Leads me back to what I was talking about before, which is that the USA treats their Olympic athletes like shit. Okay, and
What does that have to do with the rule change, though?
that's so
The
fucking
USA
profitable.
The USA didn't
And
make that rule change.
No, it's not a rule change. They treat, this is a general statement. It has nothing to do with Simone Biles. The
Okay.
USA treats their Olympic athletes like
Not
shit
that great,
compared
yes.
to other compared to other countries.
Yes, compared
And
to other countries. Yes,
they don't get as much support medically.
Yes.
Like a lot of them are broke, making less than $15,000 a year.
Okay, go ahead.
Imagine.
Yes.
You know what I
imagine.
mean? And
Yes.
the whole world watches you once.
Yes.
And then 4
Every
years
4
go by.
years.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you don't make any fucking money. You're just known.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then the rest is up to you to get
Yes.
the clout from that.
And why the fuck are people dying to sign up for this shit? Imagine, you know it's a bad thing, you're dying to sign up for it because clearly they're doing something for you. Clearly there's a benefit from going to the Olympics.
So
You
think
get the title of the best in the whole world.
I think that if the Olympics was that fucking horrible, like jail is horrible. Nobody signs up for that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody fights to qualify for jail.
So what do you think?
That's bad
You
conditions.
think she should just do the tricks that she's allowed to do, basically?
Thank you. If not, then do another competition. That's not the Olympics, bro. You guys want to be on this stage for a fucking reason. Follow the rules of the fucking
What other
stage,
show is
bro.
as big as the Olympics?
It's just like the.
But they're
it's
making
just,
it harder specifically
No.
for her.
Because remember we talked about this a couple weeks ago with the NFL players and having them to live up to a higher standard and having to follow a certain set of rules because they get because they the benefits they get.
Yes.
I think it's the same shit.
I don't
People are
think so.
dying to go to the Olympics. If the Olympics were that bad, if the conditions weren't bad, people wouldn't be dying to go. They wouldn't. Nobody. They wouldn't.
I don't know. I say it's as simple. I would say it's as simple as if you're not gonna go with the rules, then you're gonna.
And that comes with what? Endorsements and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say it's as
So
simple. If you're not gonna
fucking
go
take
with what the rules
Next
are,
thing you know,
you have to be willing to at least take the
next
penalty
thing
to
you
what
know,
comes with
next
it.
thing you know, internships aren't gonna be a thing. Interns are gonna be complaining. Oh, we should be getting paid because we work. The fuck, nigga? People need to learn how to fucking shut the fuck up.
What did she say about it?
Tell you about something.
That's all she said.
Am I bluffing, Carissa?
But I'll tell you right now.
If it was
you
that
know what
bad, why
happened
would
with
you be
Simone
dying
Biles
to be
and
at
We're
the
talking at the
Olympics?
same time. This is point. What do we?
If it's that bad, why is that everybody happy for Sha'Carri Richardson that she's not going?
She is.
Because she's fine. She don't care.
She don't give a fuck about everybody else's match, right?
Yeah.
Which makes no sense to me.
No, but she's back in the Olympics. They let her back in.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure she didn't.
Really?
She didn't care either way.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
She didn't care either way.
I don't know. I still kind of say, like, I'm sorry to say, if you can't go with what the rules are, you have to accept that there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, but the Sha'Carri Richardson thing was different too because she smoked weed, which is like against the rules that are already there. Like they changed the rules for Simone Biles specifically.
Oh,
Against
okay. So that is kind of
that
that
is
is
a
a
different
difference.
situation.
That's right.
That's a different
That's
situation.
right, bestie.
They changed the rules because she was
Yes,
doing tricks.
she broke
No,
rules.
no,
Those are,
she
yes,
did.
they
Yes, I agree.
Like,
I
yeah.
100%
No, they changed the rules. Sha'Carri Richardson broke a rule that was already there. Simone Biles did
They
not.
created a rule, so it's
Simone
like a.
Biles was
Yeah.
just too good.
Yes.
She
Same
didn't
thing with
break
Bob
any
Gibson.
rules.
Same thing with Bob Gibson.
Go off.
She didn't break any rules. Simone
Same
Biles
thing with
didn't
Bob
break
Gibson.
anything. Sha'Carri
Yes.
Richardson did.
Yes, same thing with Bob Gibson.
And they let her back in,
Same thing with Bob
which
Gibson.
they should have. I fully support that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
nobody.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't have let her back in either. I think that.
But what's the big deal is I don't get. They changed the rules for Bob Gibson. They lowered the fucking mound because he was dominating, and nobody's. It's okay. Like the rules changed, so he fucking just learned how to fucking pitch from a different thing. He was still great.
Yeah, I'm sure he was, but I'm just saying like.
They changed the rules for people.
I
When
feel
you're
like
dominating some people, they're gonna change the rules.
That doesn't give them the
It's every
recognition they
sport.
deserve, though. Because if you think about it, there's nothing as big as the Olympics at
You
all.
don't even know who Bob Gibson is.
Okay. I
Do we
don't know
need
who
to?
Bob
Is
Gibson
the-
is.
are
I'm
they-
not saying
Hey,
anything.
that
I'm
big
just
deal?
telling you.
No, you don't, because it's not
No.
a big deal. But they the same thing they did to
I don't think they
Sha'Carri,
should
they
have
did to
done
him,
it.
and you
Yeah.
guys don't care either. It's
Well,
not. It's okay.
I don't
that-
know about that, and if I did know about that, whatever, I would feel the same
No,
way.
you'd be like whatever. It's old it's news.
Okay, if it doesn't matter if it's old news. They shouldn't do it to anybody just because they're more skilled than somebody else. That just completely wipes out the recognition
Nah,
they
because
deserve.
it
And
is.
no,
No,
the Olympics-
because listen,
the
check this out.
Olympics-
Let me explain why it's a good thing, please. Because now you're known as the fucking person who was so fucking great that they had to change the whole entire game for you. Like, people in baseball know Bob Gibson because they know him for that. And Bob Gibson's known as one of the greatest pitchers of all fucking time because of that. How dominant he was. They talk about they even changed the rules for this kid. And they're going to do the same for Simone Biles. If anything, this adds on to her legacy more. She has 4 moves named after her. And they had to, the whole Olympics had to change rule because of this one fucking black person. That's big.
I understand that. I agree
That's
with what
huge.
you're saying. I don't disagree at all with what you're saying.
And she's still gonna win.
No, I know, and I agree with you. Like I said, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I just feel like it takes away from like the recognition. I feel like if anything, why don't they change it so that the coaches are trying to train their players to be more like that?
Because it's impossible, because she's the greatest.
If she's better than them and they can't reach that point.
What it is.
But that's because they don't try to.
No,
they're not trying.
Maybe they just can't. Maybe she's greatness. Maybe she's greatness and they can't.
There's so much stigma around the moves, though, that, oh, you're going to get terribly injured or paralyzed, this, that. They're not even going to try it. So how do they know that they can't do it? They don't know.
I mean, we don't know if they're not trying, though. Are they
the only difference is they lose 10-9 now instead of 10-3.
I just think that
still taking
it should just be something that drives other people to try to do better, to get onto that same level.
I mean, it might.
People trying to get onto that level might get them injured. Maybe she's just that ill that they said, wow, we never expected anybody to be able to do some shit like this. We didn't think this had to be a rule.
And my other point is, though, if she's still going to win, what's the difference between her scores being as high as they should be and her scores being where they're going to be anyway? She's still going to win. It doesn't matter.
She's going to win because she's her, but they wouldn't be making it like even.
But regardless, she's gonna win anyways, though. So why does it matter if her points are high?
Because they want to give other people a chance to win.
Yeah, people are gonna have their chance.
Not with her doing those shit that nobody else can do.
Then they should fix that with themselves. Why should it be on Simone Biles?
It's not on her. It's just she
just
happened to be the person who could do the shit. Yeah, she just caught the hit. Bro.
Yeah, she caught the hit, but it's on her, is what I'm saying. Regardless of if it was her fault or not, she caught the hit.
So what do you think they should do? Wait till she retires and then change the rules?
No, I think that they should train their athletes to perform
that's too
better.
Risky.
They might, but in the meantime, they're going to say, all right, well, in their eyes, I would say, and they're going to like, we might do that, but in the meantime, we're going to make this fair and get you out of it. I'm not even saying I agree with all of it, but that's what's going to happen.
Just like when Shaq started breaking the rims.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, the backboard break.
You can't hang on the backboard no more.
Yeah, because he literally
they're not going to teach me or niggas like Muggsy Bogues to break backboards. They're going to change the rules.
I know
Don't
that,
hang on the rim.
In that case, like, I get that, and I know what you're saying.
It's not that serious. Everybody is so, like...
I thought about that like 3 minutes ago. I was like, yo, when Shaq did that, they changed the rules.
It's like, nah, bro, just... She's too fucking nice, and now she's changed the rules forever because she's a fucking legend. Nobody else can say that they changed the rules in the Olympics like that, bro. Who? Simone Biles, a black woman.
It does still suck to be like, yo, I'm so nice that y'all just gonna really take me out of the fucking Olympics. When I want to show out, now I can't play. Like, it's kind of
if you're that nice, you don't care. You care about the gold medals. You don't care about like, oh, I won the gold medal.
You don't know that, though.
That's the point of going to the Olympics, is to get the gold medals.
Get the gold, exactly. That's the point. So she gets those.
You could be the nicest rapper in the world. You still like having chains. That don't mean like, oh, I don't like the. You can still like the having all the fancy shit.
How you gonna compare this to rap? Because I can compare it to rap. Go ahead. What do you want to say?
I'm just saying you can still like all the nice shiny shit just because you know you're the best don't mean I don't like having the shit that come with it. Maybe she wanted to perform so she can actually say like, yo, look at what I'm doing. I'm killing this shit.
Yeah. Hey, so but she could also do that on YouTube, bro.
But
that's not the same.
That's what I'm saying though. There's nothing.
Why is it not the same?
There's nothing as big
because it's the Olympics. It's not because it's Simone Biles, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's because it's the Olympics, right?
It's the Olympics.
So show the Olympics some fucking respect.
No.
And stop making this about Simone Biles. You're mad because she can't do it at the Olympics, at their show. Wait a second, because I just said if somebody else could do those same exact moves, would they ban them? You said no.
No, it's because it's her.
And what about her?
She's won so much.
What about her? Her skills. So if somebody else had those same exact skills, they would ban that too. Then
if it was just them.
Hold on, let me get this straight.
If it was the one person.
If it's the skills, if it was Carissa having those same exact skills, would they ban those moves?
If it was
two people having it, they wouldn't. It's a simple question.
It's a simple question. If Carissa had those same exact skills as Simone Biles, would they ban those moves?
I'm trying to clarify what you're asking.
You didn't say that at first.
That's what I think. But listen,
so they didn't ban her.
It's her skill. It's her skill. Yes, that's
and
what
that's
I'm
fine.
saying.
That's the Olympic
but
rules.
if there was
like,
two people that had that skill,
nobody's been watching this shit.
But that's the point of the Olympics.
The viewership is down because everybody knows Simone's gonna win.
I agree with everything you're saying.
Money.
No.
This is our platform. We have to make money. We don't give a.
I agree with you. I just say that it sucks for her to be like, yo, I'm not gonna be able to show it off.
And I see
the Olympics. You should be proud that you're that good that you changed the Olympic rules, but don't be mad at the Olympics. Like they have to make money. Nobody's watching this shit probably because they know Simone's gonna win.
No, I get that.
This goes right back to cancel culture.
This is bigger than just America. Simone Biles, a black, white women, man.
No, I know.
This goes right back to cancel culture. You can be mad at the Olympics all you want. It's not going to change it.
It's still the biggest.
And a week later, we're going to forget and watch the Olympics.
Just hype it up how big the Olympics was. Like
I agree.
I just feel like
I feel like that's just like I agree with you, and I don't like. I see what you're saying, and I agree. Like I said, I just feel like that's the whole point of the Olympics. Like if you're going to the Olympics, you're that good of an athlete. No. Like yeah,
competition. Olympics is about competition.
Yes, the best of the best. You have to qualify to get into the Olympics. You have to meet a lot of standards. You have to train your whole life for that. It's the best of the best that are at the Olympics.
That's why.
That's the whole point, is to show people your skills and what you can do. But
there's certain rules for a reason.
Yes, but they didn't make the rule beforehand.
Yeah, because they didn't know they had to. They didn't know anybody was.
But they didn't make the rule in any of the other Olympics that she was in.
But
she was in the
another
Olympics
person
before.
came along and could do those same exact moves,
and she wasn't.
Why wouldn't that be allowed? Now two people can do it. You know what I mean?
If two people can do it, because they might still shut it down.
I just think it would get shut down because the rest of the world needs to catch up.
Like, they want competition.
Wait for you to catch up. Like maybe next year it'll be changed, but right now they're like, well, if you're gonna make everybody look like a jackass, we're not gonna do it. I still don't get that though, because when the Dream Team was killing
they tried to change the rules for the Dream Team. They tried to make it so that you couldn't be a professional. It was supposed to be just amateurs. They tried to make it.
Okay, I'm like when the Dream Team was murdering these guys, everybody was just like, wow.
They tried to go back to it after they started, because it was just amateurs at first, and then they allowed the pros, and the pros started killing it, and they tried to talk about
I'm sorry. It sounds like you got to give the rules the chance to catch up, and after a while, something happens, and then the rules catch up.
Besides, Jimmy's shelf life isn't long anyway. Simone Biles this is her last one, and she got one more after this. That's it. If that, she might. I don't think she
know shit about the Olympics.
I also feel like if you're gonna change rules in like the MLB or like NFL, something like that, that's different, because that's like every single year you have the whole season.
Baseball's
the Olympics
got like
is
200
once every 4 years. You know what I mean? Like it's one time every 4 years.
That goes right back to what he said. But that goes right back to what he's saying with that special. You kind of. But what do? Tone down your skills,
Like mad people,
do easy ass tricks.
Like what do you? But like if you're her, like what do you do in that situation? Tone down your skills. Like what do you like?
No, what do you mean? You do what's within the rules.
That
so you tone down your skills.
Purpose of going to the Olympics.
Yeah, you tone down your skills, but you make sure you still outskill everybody else.
But that just defeats.
Like LeBron on a bad day is still a lot better than most
LeBron before the playoffs. It's literally actually LeBron before the playoffs.
A bad night for LeBron is still a triple double type shit. So it's like you can tone down your skills and still be the best. And it's fine. Nobody's gonna fucking trip.
I feel like the Olympics.
Like James Harden's still gonna go off next year, even though they changed the rule.
I feel like the Olympics is not a place where you should have to tone down your skills.
I feel like the Olympics is a place where people should be honored to be at the Olympics and stop acting like the Olympics owe some shit.
No, I know, but the point of the Olympics
is
to show people how hard
like you guys kind of help each other. The Olympics want you there too.
Yeah, that's the point of the Olympics. The Olympics is the stage. It's like, for example, if you're a rapper and Jay-Z says, come perform on my show, you're gonna be mad because Jay-Z, he didn't give us any real food, he only gave us bread. He treated the artist like shit. Or you're gonna be like, well, I get the fucking opportunity to perform on Jay-Z's stage and fucking.
I mean, some will say, oh my god, some will be.
The food in here is terrible.
Some will say fuck that.
Wait, bring me back. She's been doing it for years, and she keeps going back. So it must be that bad, huh? It must be fucking shitty.
Why is this the first year that they're changing the rules?
Why does she keep going back? If it's like that.
I mean, every time she go back, you want to be there. Like,
I never kept going back. I mean, I lied. I do keep going back to jail. I'll take that back. But never like I want to go back. So why does she keep going back if the Olympics treat people's athletes so terrible? Because she wants it. And you gotta take what, as long as they ain't beating her, right? They ain't punching her in the fucking face, fucking stabbing.
No,
they were. How bad can the treatment be?
Maybe they were abusing her.
There was a doctor.
They were abusing her,
assaulting all the gymnasts.
Oh yes, he went to jail. Didn't he? Larry Nassar,
like
right?
over like 150
And there was another one who died. There's another one who passed away.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she opened her own.
Yes. In jail. Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
He's in jail. What do you want? What do we? All right. So he's in jail.
The
now
Olympics hired this guy and had this guy as the
now he's
doctor.
fired and now he's in jail. Now what do we do?
After how long?
Okay.
So
what do we do?
What you're saying is,
no
are they beating her?
Hey, let's cancel the Olympics.
They're abusing her.
Let's cancel the Olympics. This
I'm
thing
not
that she's dying to fucking join.
Oh my God. How many people are doing that behind the scenes that we don't know about?
All right, no, it's not about. All right, so let's cancel the Olympics then.
No.
So what do we do? What's the solution?
I'm just saying the Olympics treats their athletes like shit, and that should have been something that they knew about.
If they're going to be held to such a high standard, they need to act like it.
Period.
Who?
The Olympics.
Who's holding the Olympics?
They can do whatever.
The Olympics are dying for these athletes.
It's like
I know, but
why would
help the athletes?
If you know,
the athletes is what's making the Olympics money.
Yeah, check this back. If I know a pediatrician, if I know a hospital is hiring child molester pediatricians, I'm not taking my fucking kid to that hospital. Why are people dying to go to the fucking Olympics?
Some drastic ass.
If there was another...
Why are people dying to go to the Olympics when they're hiring Larry Nassar?
I bet you any amount of money, if there was another event at the same...
Because people will sell their soul for recognition.
If there was another event at the same scale as the Olympics, people will go there instead if they were treated better. Absolutely. And you know what? They would probably take all the clout from the Olympics. Why? Because it's the athletes.
Yes.
That's what people show up for. We show up for the show, and those are the performers.
Without the athletes,
it's not the Olympics don't own
I bet
shit,
you if the conditions were worse, people would still show up.
Yes, they would.
Because people are desperate for fucking recognition.
Because it's the only thing they have.
It's the only thing at that scale. If there was something else at that scale, and if they were treated better, they would absolutely, or even paid. Imagine.
But how many other people are doing that? How many? You don't know how many other people are doing that to these people behind the scenes. Because this is one person who was doing it for years.
Yes,
and years.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that. But why would you keep going to? Why would you keep going to the Olympics knowing they're hiring these people?
It's the only platform that these athletes have to
do what?
To show their skills.
You've been training.
You want to show your skills so bad? You're gonna work for a child molester, bro? I have skills. I can rap. I can freestyle off the top of my head extremely fast because I'm like witty and shit. I'm very nice at freestyling. I'll never fucking suck Michael Jackson's dick as a kid.
Okay, have you ever in your life been sexually assaulted?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
And it wasn't to perform at a fucking Olympics.
No, and I get that, but I'm saying it's very everybody's experience is very unique, and a lot of these people are going into these places and they're having, for example, that doctor who was supposed to be a trusted person. They don't know until they get there that they're going to see someone who is dangerous.
Yes.
And this is someone that they're supposed to trust. And I'm sure that he gradually, over time, started doing these things.
Yes.
And they weren't as aware of it as they could have been. Yes. And then, at the same time, they're in the middle of the Olympics. So... what are they going to do?
They've been training for their whole life.
Their whole life.
It's all they have.
Okay.
It's all they have.
Okay, that's another problem, right?
They don't want...
It's another them problem.
Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is, and you were mentioning this earlier too, how a lot of women don't come forward because a lot of times they're not believed. And especially if it's in an establishment like the Olympics that's so prestigious, they're not going to go believe these athletes right away because they have the best doctors and the best physicians and the best of this and that. No, they don't. So they're gonna do what they can to cover it up. And the only reason
you can still be heard as far.
The only reason that he's in jail is because so many people decided to come together at one time. But you don't know how many people. If he was, these types of people don't just happen randomly. He was doing it for years and years, like I said, so he could have done it to one person, one Olympics, two people, another Olympics. Then he got so confident in himself that he started doing it to so many people that he got himself caught. You don't know how many people are working for the Olympics right now that they're not doing like any background checks on or whatever, who are doing it to one person every Olympics, two people every Olympics. Not enough people to give anyone the confidence to come forward. You don't know what they're going through because these people could be so low-key about it at this point.
Let me say something real quick, just because I don't want any confusion. When I said if these conditions are so bad, why are these people still going? I didn't mean it as in these conditions are not that bad. That's not what I was saying. I understand that these conditions are bad. There's a lot more Larry Nassars in there. There's a whole lot.
Yeah.
My thing is,
where are you going?
Knowing all this, they at this point they know this shit. With the whole Me Too movement, everything, people know about this shit.
But you still don't know
so what's
who
coming in exchange for your morals? or your dignity? What's coming in exchange? How bad do you want to be on that Olympic stage?
But in their minds, that's how.
How
they're
bad
making
do you
their
want
living.
that movie?
That's
How bad do you want that movie role where you know this person's a right, and you're still putting yourself in that situation because you're like, this is my only chance if I have to put up with rape.
No, but
to fucking become a movie star.
No, because he's in jail now. The people that are going into
he's not the only one. Fuck him. It's bigger than just him. There's a lot of those doctors.
Absolutely
so he's in jail,
right.
It's still happening today. Right now in the Olympics,
if you're a kid and you're going into this, you're not thinking that.
Somebody's getting molested right now in Tokyo.
But if you're a kid and you're going into the Olympics, that's not what's on your
mind.
We're
not a kid. What do you mean, kids? These aren't kids. I mean, the young. But I'm talking about like right now. Like, why is Simone Biles still going back to compete? Because this started about Simone Biles. She should already know about the molestation going on.
Yeah, but you don't know who it is. You can never tell. You can't tell.
Okay, but you should know that. You should know that it's going on, and that should be enough to get out of there. Like, for example, like when I'm in a Catholic church, if I ever go, I'm uncomfortable as shit because I know this shit just ain't right.
But as
I don't
far
give a
as
fuck.
you
I'm not
know-
saying every individual person is here, but the big picture ain't fucking right. Same thing when I'm just anywhere that's just not right. So my thing is like, how, for example, and I bring this back to the Clippers, right? Remember the Clippers, Donald Sterling, he said all that shit? No motherfuckers on the team, they were like boycotting a game or two. Niggas was like, I ain't play for the team no more. No. Everybody with that money, with that check.
I know what you're saying, but
so where are we in this world where it's like, when do we come to the point that prostitutes start suing for fucking financial abuse? He had money and he knew I was poor, so he fucking. When does it get to that line? When does it get to that line?
You can't do that. But
when does it get to that line?
But what I'm trying to say is though, you don't know as far as Simone Biles
when does
knows,
it get to that line?
As far as Simone Biles and all these other athletes know, he was at that point he was the only one that they were worried about, and like Gigi said, when you're going to the Olympics, you're thinking about performing at the Olympics and doing your best and this and that and the other. And I get I agree with what you're saying. You're not thinking, when you're going to the Olympics, you're not thinking, I wonder if anyone there is going to sexually assault me. That's not on your mind.
Olympics, but you should start thinking that.
You should. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I'm saying you shouldn't have to start thinking that.
Why can't prostitutes sue for financial abuse? What's the difference between fucking for $40 and fucking Harvey Weinstein for a movie role?
Prostitution is illegal, so you can't sue for something that's against the law anyways. That's not gonna
So what's
happen.
the difference between fucking for $40 and fucking for a movie role?
I'm not saying there is a difference. I'm just saying
one's rape and one's not.
You can't. It
one's rape and one's not.
That depends.
No, what are you talking about? We just canceled all. We just. I don't. But no, pay. I'm talking about paying for sexual favors. We're talking about paying for sexual favors. One's cash. One's with a movie role. We're both exchanging.
Yeah. Okay. So if that person is
so
consenting,
why in Hollywood? Why in Hollywood are they rapists?
If they're consenting,
consent is the whole thing.
Consenting, exactly. Do you don't think women have consented for movie roles and then turned around and said? They were abused by power, bro. Do you not hear these stories? Do you not read everything?
I agree, and I do think that, and I also think that if you
I'd rather fuck for a movie role.
I hear you, but what I'm trying to say is, if you're fucking someone for a movie role, you're clearly desperate, and this person clearly has power over you.
If you're fucking for $40, what does that make you? What?
I'm talking about a movie role right now. I just said
I get
movie
that,
role.
but if you're fucking for $40, that's not power, bro. Like I'll fuck for a movie role freely without being any power than I fuck for $40.
How many people can give you $40 compared to how many people can give you a movie role,
bro?
That. Okay, you can't.
It's not about what people can give you, right? Because
it's about how many people can give you.
It's not about It's about what you. It's about what you need. Do you think fucking Halle Berry's today's fucking for a movie role? Do you think Angelina Jolie's fucking for a movie role? Do you think Jennifer Aniston's fucking for a movie role? Do you think Will Smith? Do you think Will Smith is sucking dick for a movie role today? Do you think Will Smith is sucking dick for a movie role today?
No, but what I'm saying
is it's not about what. That's not what it's about. It's about what you need, and that's where people get their power from. If I know you need $40 and you're desperate for $40, I'm gonna dangle it over your head. If I know you need a movie role, it's not about what people. It's not about everybody can give you $40. It don't matter. You know how many people in the industry? No, it's not different, bro. It's about what you. It's about what you need and what your desires are.
It's very different.
It's not. It's
getting
not.
Getting a role in a
Different,
movie
bro.
can
You're so
literally be
desperate for a role.
life changing to you. What
$40 can be
life changing?
You never been to the hood.
Okay.
You never been to the hood. $40
Okay.
can change your fucking life. Literally change. Come on. What do you mean? What can $40 do?
First of all, I have, and I grew
Alright, so
up
what do you
in that
mean that for
circumstance.
$40? What
Okay,
can $40 do?
$40. Okay.
What can a role in Human Centipede 2 do for you? They still fuck for that. I never saw that movie.
If you're gonna be in a movie that makes millions upon millions upon
rather take the
millions of
$40
dollars,
than be in Human Centipede 2.
if you're gonna be in a movie that makes millions, if not billions of dollars, you are
If it
set
makes sense.
for life.
If
Yes.
it makes sense.
But if you are gonna fuck someone for a movie role, you know that it's someone who's gonna give you
Set
at
for life
least
in what sense?
something.
Set for life in what sense? Name all of Harvey's victims since they're set for life and they're so fucking good.
I'm not saying that they're good. I'm saying they
I
are
can name a cracker who made
financially
$40
secure. I'm not saying that what they went through wasn't traumatic.
Jennifer Lawrence one of them?
I think so, but if you think like these
I mean,
people,
that's a maybe though. We don't even know that. He's like, wait, wasn't it possible?
It's not people like Will Smith and Halle Berry who are doing this stuff. It's people who are trying to make a name
Who
for
need it?
themselves.
It's about what they need.
Yes, and I know, but what I'm trying to say is if you land yourself a movie role, that's going to be more life-changing than getting $40. Someone who
I understand that, but it's because you need it. Like I could, let's change the $40. Let's make it $500. I'd rather get $500 cash than be cast as an extra in a movie, and have to suck a dick for it just because I want to get my foot in the door.
Okay, yes.
I want the $500.
I feel like being an extra is also different. Yeah.
It's not different. It's not different because when you're trying to get your foot in the door, you take that role as an extra.
Anything is a role.
That's true. But as an extra, you don't have to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
you don't know that.
No,
I've been an extra in a movie.
I don't mean you've been every extra in every movie.
I get somebody on FaceTime right now who lives in Hollywood, California, desperate for role. Like they tell you what you mean just for an extra. Just come on, this is hot. Come on.
And there's different extras too. You
I
could be
understand
a
that.
dead motherfucker on the floor compared to somebody that.
Come on, bro. I know bitches sucking dick in Boston and getting
But
VIP.
it depends on the movies too. I'm not saying that
And
it
there's no
doesn't
cameras
happen.
involved.
I'm just saying that it's
There's usually a
when
camera
you're an
involved.
extra, that's usually something that you're just standing there for. And I'm not saying that
If
there
we
aren't
legalizing
movies.
prostitution, we need to legalize fucking for a movie role.
It's the same thing. That would be
It's the same
prostitution.
thing.
That would be prostitution.
Fucking for $40 is the same thing as fucking movie role.
I mean, they're not saying it's
The
prostitution.
value
they're
is
saying it's
different.
rape.
Say the movie role worth $1 million. You fucking for $1 million or you fucking for a movie role? One's rape, one's not. Still,
Yeah, one's rape, one's
they're still
business.
condemned a man. They're
no.
still, if a man paid $1 million for pussy, it's fine. If he traded a movie role for pussy, he's a rapist. Uses power.
I know what you're saying, and I agree with you that I
Yes,
I am what you're
We'll say
saying.
it's $40 and make it money.
No, and I understand what you're saying. That shouldn't be qualified as rape per
it's
se,
a fair
because
deal.
it is prostitution
Fair deal. I'll
over
fuck
rape.
for if I can be in a movie, Harvey Weinstein, I suck his dick today. If I can get White Girls 3, nigga, I suck Harvey Weinstein's dick today. I'll be a star.
I categorize that as.
I'm leaving that in too. I hope you know I'm leaving that in.
Look at me. Look at me.
I would never call that
I
rape.
mean, me, I'll be famous. I'll bring you to the Oscars. I'll bring you with me.
When it comes down to it, rape has to do with consent. So
So
if this person consented, then it's not rape. And if they got a movie role out of it, then they got.
But a lot of them
something
didn't, and
which
they
is
turned around and sued this man.
Yes,
and
and
a lot of them did
I'm
turn
not-
around and sue this man.
Yes, and
Funny,
I know
though.
that
Yeah,
happens.
But you wanted to be the extra. You wanted to be the lady in grocery store.
No, I know, and that
In the
does
movie.
happen. I'm not
Lady in
saying it
grocery store
doesn't,
number
but
2.
I'm saying with people like Harvey Weinstein and
Nah, he's a rapist. I don't want to keep saying Harvey because he's a rapist.
yeah,
actually
he is.
raped.
Yes,
He
did.
took.
And I'm saying
He took what was in
that's what I'm
They
saying.
didn't trade him.
Yeah,
He fucking
he's one of
forced
those
himself.
people who are
He's a
actually
rapist.
dangerous. And
Quote me
I
that. Harvey
and
Weinstein's
I
a
think
rapist.
that
I don't mean to keep saying.
I'm gonna take that
he's
out
just a
so you
name.
know.
I think-
Nah, he's a rapist. Keep that in there. He's a
I
fucking
think
pig.
calling it rape over prostitution.
Harvey's a pig.
I think calling it rape over prostitution makes people like Harvey Weinstein
I'm waiting for the free Harvey.
become
No, because he's
watered
a pig.
down, like you were saying earlier. Like if you call that rape, if you're trying to fuck someone for a movie role,
That's
and you
not
call
right.
that rape, that
business.
makes people like Harvey Weinstein and their victims
Look innocent.
look insignificant.
Yeah.
And that's a
Exactly.
problem.
Yes,
So that's
yes,
why I
yes.
agree with you. It should be
Yes,
called
yes,
prostitution
yes.
over rape.
Yeah, like
It's
a
not.
business.
Rape has to do with consent. That's
Consent.
that.
Like if you
period.
agree because you want a movie role.
But that's not to say that getting raped in Hollywood is rare. 'cause
Nah,
it's
if
not.
if Harvey
It's
Weinstein
not.
standing over you with a glaring fucking look.
I mean, a lot of
Like,
them
it's
might have
just
thought it
like-
was a
if
business,
he's just
and
like
then the
standing
whole
over
That's
you
what I'm
fucking
saying.
got
Yeah,
like
there's
this.
there's definitely people
Like,
like,
literally using
Harvey
his power.
Weinstein,
That's-
and
that's
it's
rape.
not like it's uncommon
But
either.
if he said like, listen, I have leading lady in Bad Boys 4 for some dick sucking, or
No, that's not what he did. He would be like,
no,
come to my hotel room.
I'm not saying that's not what
he would be like, come to my hotel room and I'll show you the script. And then he'd be like,
yeah, or like,
and then what happened?
He would force himself onto these women.
And they would be scared.
I think I heard something like that one time. But a lot of times I heard women who sat there and watched him. And they explained the story and they sat there and watched him.
But regardless, you don't just walk in naked.
You don't just sit there and watch somebody jerk off.
That was Louis C.K. That wasn't Weinstein.
I know what you're saying, but at the same time, you don't know.
That's another nigga though.
Weinstein was a blatant rapist.
You don't know what he could have
done. Louis C.K. was in a hotel room jerking off, and they watched him, and they was like, "Oh, me too." Like,
yeah.
Hey, come on.
Different.
They said he made me watch him jerk off. What
the fuck?
I feel like, I don't know. As a woman, you kind of
you
don't know what could happen. You don't know if you try to leave, if he's gonna get up and try to keep you there, if he's gonna hurt you or whatever. And also,
go ahead.
I had a guy pull his dick out on me before, and guess what I did?
Yes.
I ran out the fucking room.
Yeah,
wait. I want to say something. Can I say something? This is a good thing you bring up, and I agree with you. Well, you say women, you don't know what he's gonna do, right? And this and that, right?
I was just trying.
I respect that. I respect that 100% because it does happen. Why do women not avoid these situations then? Why go there knowing that? Or now why not go with if this
I don't know about that one, like
this fear, right? Of like you don't know what's gonna happen, which is understandable fear because fucking a lot of men are fucking just assholes and rapists and fucking abusers.
Why go to see like Harvey Weinstein
to
like
see a man by
hotel?
yourself? Why go?
Okay.
Why go there? Why risk it? I guess.
It's more so. Okay, so here's the thing. You, like I said before, you never know, and I personally am always careful in these situations, but like the amount.
It sounds like a victim blaming moment.
It does for sure. Because here's the thing.
No, I'm not victim blaming.
You can never.
How is it victim blaming? I'm just asking why. It's a question.
Usually you're a desperate person that is hoping for something to happen.
You can't blame a woman for going to meet up with someone for what she thinks is supposed to be work related, and then that person taking it out of context. That's not her fault.
I know. I didn't say that. I never said that.
But the equivalent.
She's not knowingly.
For example, I don't go to the police station by myself.
But she's not knowingly putting herself in these situations.
I don't, because I know how the police get. When I get pulled over, I put it on camera, right? Because these are precautions I take. My thing is why it's not, and it's not your fault for not like if a cop shoots me and I didn't record it, that's not my fault.
No,
but I know that it's a possibility, so I take these precautions. Why don't others take these precautions in situations they're concerned about?
I mean, future-wise, they might, but you're talking about past people that may have.
I'm not talking about past people. I'm talking about.
But here's the thing. Here's the difference.
This has been going on forever. Women been getting raped for years.
Here's the difference in what you're saying. You know ahead of time that like this could be an issue. If I'm going to meet up with someone alone and it's for my job, I have no other expectation that.
I'm with you with everything you said up until like it's their fault.
But why don't you have the expectation knowing how Hollywood is? Why wouldn't you have that expectation?
Because what if
like
that's
if I'm going
to
meet a police officer, I could be like, oh, there's a police officer. There's no reason for me to film. But I'm like smarter than that. I'm not dumb. I know how police get down. I know the rules, but I know niggas don't follow rules. So why the fuck am I not being smart enough to be like, I'm bringing somebody with me, and if they're not comfortable with that, I'm not doing that role.
I don't know. It's your
there's a lot of women out there doing that, but why aren't more doing that?
Because not as many women know as you would think. Like it's not.
Like I was gonna say, it's just like you said, smart. Like it's not like not everybody is smart enough.
It's not something that they teach in school. I feel like the sex education in school is so awful and horrible and disgusting and just not what it needs to be at all. They need to teach kids about actual things that can happen, and they need to teach things like that in like, I don't know, they need to have classes where they can like teach kids things that actually happen in the real world and how to
need classes. That's what parents should have for.
But a young female,
but
even with your parents, like you can't guarantee a parent is gonna listen to that.
Your parents could have lived a really sheltered life, and you could be living a really sheltered life.
But why
are we trusting?
Why are we trusting these people to teach them in their ways? I guess
I'm gonna say it's like a female that's thinking like, yo, I'm trying to get a movie role. This dude said, yo, come.
Yeah, like I don't want my like for example, right? Like hypothetically, I have a son who wants to be a rapper or something. Quincy Jones. You guys heard about Quincy Jones?
Yeah,
Quincy Jones, like, you gotta suck my dick to be a rapper.
I mean, you heard the rumors about Quincy. That was.
I'm gonna say, son, what's the deal? Like, what's the offer? What's the exchange we're talking?
See,
right?
but you're saying it like.
I'm not gonna say, son, oh, you're a fucking victim now because a man in power offered you money to do something. I'm gonna say.
Talking about though, like that's not what I'm saying. They should teach people. I'm saying they should teach people about different things. Like they don't teach kids about different ways that adults can groom you. They don't teach kids about
different scenarios.
Yeah, about how they don't teach like it's not common knowledge between all women to hold your keys between your fingers. It's not. They need to like give just kind of basic safety tips in school.
So at what point in that though, right? At what point in that do you make it a man versus woman thing?
Well, you have to look at the statistics.
Like, are you teaching women to carry keys between their hands, or everybody to carry?
Mostly women, but everybody.
So you would teach everybody, though, right?
You would teach everybody, but you need to explain to them the statistics behind it too, because if you look at the statistics, 9 out of 10 times it's a man who's the rapist.
No, but this could go as far as teaching kids in elementary school, like when you're walking home from the bus stop. When you're walking home from the bus stop to carry your keys in between your fingers.
The only thing with that statistic that you just gave is guys don't report rape.
Rape at all. Look at the numbers on that.
Yeah,
that's true. And I agree. I agree.
Let's not.
No, but that's why I'm saying you would teach all kids at a younger age.
Okay.
For just safety in general from predators in general.
Because how do we do this gender equality thing, but at the same time teach women to watch out for men and just not all people to watch out for bad people?
No, and I agree with you because there's
bad people are bad people.
Yeah.
Men are bad.
And you're
women
right.
are bad. Bad people are bad people.
I agree
right?
with you 100%.
So we teach that rather than women watch out because a man might rape you. Just
that's what I'm talking
bad
about.
People are bad people. Watch
I'm just saying when you're saying like why did she go to like when you say why did she go to a hotel room if you're like a 16, 17-year-old female, and you want to be, and you want to be, and you want to be an actor, and you want to be an actor. What, 20 years old, and you want to be an actor?
Don't stop me.
And them dude says, "Yo, come here, so I can like teach you this." Not everybody is gonna automatically be on some. Yo, I can't do this. Some people are gonna be dumb enough to go.
And some people's minds just aren't there. Like some people,
and some of them actually went and didn't get raped.
And especially if you are young,
right?
You're not gonna want to tell your parents because you're sneaking around doing something that you're not supposed to do. And, like, why?
Once you did, what happened?
I don't feel like the parents can really be blamed because, like,
I don't blame parents just because.
I blame parents for a lot of shit.
I blame parents for a lot of shit.
You're responsible for teaching everything.
I blame
but for all that shit. You brought that motherfucker into the world. You're responsible.
Some kids ain't gonna listen.
You brought it. You break it. You
Some kids ain't gonna listen.
This here, nigga, you are.
I can be a smart ass great parent. Don't mean that kids gonna just say okay.
The more that you are, but the more that you're on top of your kid when they're doing, the more they're gonna learn to sneak around.
It's not about being on top of them. It's about doing it right.
No, I know.
I don't care. I blame parents for everything.
You can teach whatever you want. Some kids don't fucking listen.
And other times, other kids are gonna be like, oh, well, this person's telling me different, and like I've been listening to my mom my whole life. Like this is another perspective. As someone that young has a moldable brain, they can be easily persuaded and easily talked out of things.
All right. So let's bring this back then. What should be the legal age where you're not an adult, where your parents still like basically own you, they're your guardian? What should be the legal age then?
What do you mean? Like,
what should be the legal age? Because you should be able to walk away and do an interview, like you said, with the agent or something, and be able to go there by yourself, right? Without a parent or guardian, right? At 15, 13, you can't do that. You need a parent guardian, right? So you're telling me these people who are like 18, 19, 20, 21 are still young and impressionable, they shouldn't be going by themselves. What age should we make the adulthood?
I mean,
because everybody wants to be grown when they're young. Everybody wants to be grown, but nobody wants to be grown.
No, and I agree
grown and still do the same.
Everybody wants to be grown. Everybody wants to be grown and go to the interview. But as soon as
and I agree with what you're saying, but like that's just not what I was saying. Really, like what I was saying is, if you are a kid and someone that you're talking to, whether you know them in person or online. Okay, so
it can be an adult. It doesn't have to be a kid. You can just be stupid.
Okay.
Define kid though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so look, for example, like he was saying 16, 17 years old before.
Right. No matter what, that's right.
No, but I'm not talking. But what I'm talking about though is you're talking to someone, for example, online who you don't know, and this person's telling you they have all these great opportunities for you.
There's a lot of people who are desperate and not
and
right.
you,
16 and 17,
at that age, you're not really going to think it through,
No.
and you're probably not going to tell your parents, especially if this person's like, oh, well, we're going to have to meet up here and here, and you're like, oh, well, my parents are going to think that's sketchy. You're not going to tell them about it, and
you're gonna be sneaking out and doing shit behind your parents' back.
Yeah.
And not listening to
and
your
that's
parents.
what I'm saying.
That's my issue with blaming the parents.
It's not about even necessarily blaming the parents, right? But in a sense, it's a situation, right? That happens, right? And God forbid the kid goes out, something bad happens, right? It's still the rapist's fault, right?
Yeah.
At what point is it like your parents are telling you not to do this? You're going out to do this. What responsibility? It's not your fault for getting raped, obviously, but what point do you accept responsibility for not?
I mean, that's a personal thing because one way or the other, like you said, like it's the person's gonna the bad person's the
for
bad
making
person.
the wrong decision. Okay, that's a lot different. So you can definitely take responsibility. Like, I should not have gone.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have left the house. I shouldn't have
lied.
gone.
I shouldn't have gone here.
And that's accepting responsibility, but you can't ever blame yourself for that happening.
I'm not saying that.
And I know you're not. I'm saying accepting responsibility in that context is a lot different because yes, you made the wrong decisions and then something ended up happening, but that something that ended up happening was not your fault. You just did the wrong thing and you put yourself you put yourself into a situation that you didn't actually know what was going to happen, obviously fully. And you realize that you made wrong decisions, but you also realize that
sometimes because I laugh sometimes when we're talking about this shit, and everybody's like, "Oh, rape's not money." I'm like, as a victim myself, I'm like, I'm making all this fucking.
But you don't give a fuck. You got like this non-sensitivity.
Everybody asks, "Has ever happened to you?" I'm like, "Yep, a couple times." But I'm here to fucking laugh. That's why I love comedy. That's why I say I love comedy, bro. Because you get to cross every fucking line you want to. That's why I say I take breast cancer. I take them.
Yeah, everybody's just got a different sensitivity level.
You have to. You don't even have to. It's just like good to escape that fucking always feeling shit all the time. Like,
you're in a small crowd of people that feel like you. Most of the world is sensitive as fuck. That shit.
Yeah. So sensitive,
and I feel like if that was to happen to someone,
I'm like, bro, Joe Biden's licking your daughter's ear, bro, and you're mad because Trump's a nigga or something. I'm like, what the fuck?
For me, like, if my daughter was to ever do something like that, and
I'd rather my daughter be called a nigga than her ear licked by Joe.
If my daughter did something like that and lied to me about it, and then something bad like that happened, obviously I would.
Nah, that nigga better have my bill money.
I would,
I'll be my
for sure.
I'll kill that nigga
I'd be
and then
livid.
Like, this is your fault because you didn't listen, nigga. I want my money. And your fault, but it's your fault. I had to kill this nigga.
Yeah,
I want my money
for
in my
sure.
Books,
that I would be
both
in jail for murder.
Actually, no, that nigga would be dead, so he can't pay
life.
money in my books. But I get his family too.
Yeah. And I would be on the same page there. But I would also have to kind of obviously reprimand her for not telling me the truth and for going out and sneaking around.
Yeah, kids gonna be kids.
Because you do have to get that in their head that they can't be doing that. So you do have to discipline them for that kind of stuff.
I don't like to say can't.
But you can't like blame obviously a kid for something bad like that happening to them. But you can discipline them, and you should discipline them for lying and sneaking around and not being honest with you, because
you should teach them to be smarter about.
And I feel like you
don't go nowhere by yourself.
You need to bring them up in a way where they're not afraid to be honest with you.
And then in the situation, right? And I'm very. We talked about this before on the show. I'm old school in the sense where I do believe women and children need to be protected by men. I do.
Yeah, 100%.
I just think that's the case. I know.
Agreed.
I know we want to do this whole equality thing. We're all the same. We can fend for us.
Still think on Titanic, she should have let him on there.
Yeah. She should have moved over a little bit.
There was so much room on that door.
She should have moved the fuck over.
There was so much room on that door.
Cheap bitch, that's gonna
They
go fuck
tried
on
to
Jim
put it on
Carrey.
the door and the thing almost flipped right
Try again.
They could have taken turns. Like, why couldn't they take turns?
I'm cold now, you cold.
Right? Like, he could have gone up there for a couple minutes and she could have been just like, hey,
but no, you let that motherfucker float away like, oh well.
She lame for that. But what were we saying? No. So I think men and women, men and children women and children should be protected by men. But then it comes to this situation where we're supposed to be doing this whole teaching equality thing, which I understand in a lot of aspects with equality, whether it be
but there's
equal pay,
gonna
equal
be
treatment,
what's
like
the
that.
word?
But there's gonna be a gap in a sense. Like I feel like I should be teaching my daughter
that men are supposed to
watch out for men,
protect her, not fucking be. You're not supposed to be afraid of them.
That men are supposed to be held to a different standard than women. I should be teaching my daughter that, and that's how I feel. So I'm going to teach her. But today's society, with like back. It's not even backwards tell you because it tells you that, but then they turn around and tell you, don't tell your daughter she do this and
she
do
should
that.
cook.
It's like that. It's like. It's so weird trying to find a balance right now.
There is no such thing as a balance right now.
It's like everybody's
the
trying.
rules change every day.
Everybody's trying to be so independent that there's no point in relationships. There's no point in complimenting one another. You know what I mean? There's
Tomorrow
no point
it might be an insult.
Like nowadays, there's no point in complimenting one another nowadays because everybody's so independent and we can do this by ourselves.
I bet tomorrow it turn into a fucking insult.
Nobody, right? Independent. I don't need nobody. And then we get into this world where it's like,
that's not true.
it's not even that you don't need any, like you need air, oxygen, right, and shit like that.
I don't know. Like for me, like I'm gonna teach my son how to cook, but I'm gonna tell him, find a woman that can cook
for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that's.
But also,
I'm gonna
it's
teach my daughter how to cook. I'm gonna teach her like I'm gonna tell my daughter you can't
for your
cook.
woman. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell my daughter. I'm gonna tell my daughter if
you
can't cook, you nigga,
you should be able to like. Like I said, there's certain things that like guys and girls, like some of us are gonna believe there's certain things guys and girls can do. Like I tell all the time, stay inside. I'll take the fucking trash out.
I see, like me, for example,
why the hell I want you going outside and taking the trash
I can't change a tire. I know my options are limited.
I can change it.
I can pull the fuck out my wallet and pay the fuck out AAA or whoever to fix the shit.
Yeah.
Pull the fuck out of
as
that.
long as you're not sitting there.
But I know my options are limited. Won't be like, oh, I want a nigga. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I'll pay. As a matter of fact, if you want to fix it and save us some money, I'll pay for your nails after.
I mean, that's all fine as long as you ain't sitting there saying, well, you better change the motherfucking tire because I'm not going to do it.
My options are limited, but in a sense, too, my options are limited, too, in a sense where it's like, I still want what I want. Like, I want a woman who can cook. I can't change the tire, but I want a woman who can cook. If she wants, I can if I don't.
He's never.
I know how to. I've had to, but I'm not doing it. I guess I'm not like that's just too much like labor. That's just too much labor, nigga. I got money, nigga. I fucking risk my freedom for this shit.
See, the only reason I like doing that shit is if there's some random time where it's like, yo, my phone don't work, I'm lost somewhere.
If I had to, I would, or if it's like some super duper like
yeah, dog. Like if I'm stuck in the woods somewhere and my tire pop off, I can't call AAA.
I'm calling the next nigga tow truck, nigga. Here's $100, nigga.
Shit, like I can't build a house. I mean, I'll pay a nigga to build a house.
Man, pay a nigga to build a house. What do you want? You want me to build a house?
Like there's certain things that should be expected from men and women to an extent.
To an extent, like this shit I can do. Like I can cook my ass off. Yeah, that's my bonus. Right?
Where my wings at, nigga? Whatever.
You see my
where the wings at, son?
You see me, Nikki?
I think the whole independence thing comes mostly from like.
Single black women?
No.
That's where I was going.
I think it mostly
I was about to go deep with it.
Somehow I didn't see that.
Having men be that role, the person who does everything, and
for so long.
And on top of that, a lot of men abusing that power per se.
Mm-hmm.
And
with anything that has power, they're gonna abuse.
Yes,
power.
absolutely, and I think obviously this country has been built on male power, like and so. It's men. A lot of men. Not all men. A lot of men assume that they have this authority or this power or this right over women, and I think that over time, women just got so fed up with it that they just stopped feeling like they wanted a man. They didn't feel like they needed one because they don't want to be micromanaged or controlled because a lot of people were experiencing that, and I think that's. I feel like that's where the whole independence things come from.
I've been dying to get in a relationship. I need like a bitch to like control my ass. I need to be micromanaged.
No, I know.
I'm independent. I can control this shit myself. I'm crazy.
Yeah, I know. But at the same time,
save me, bitch.
Obviously,
I need your wife.
Obviously, a lot of times, like the way that, like I said, the way this country is built, men just feel some sense of superiority, and it's not something that is easily unlearned. It's just something that
we do. But and honestly, I think it's because I'm a Leo though. I'm different. If I was a woman, I was a Leo. I think I still feel the same way. I just think Leos are better than everybody. I think
that's very Leo of you to say that. I also knew you were a Leo because you have a Leo tattoo on your arm, which is very Leo of you. Also, I don't know a single Leo who doesn't have a Leo tattoo.
I like that. Bring it back.
you definitely are very much Leo energy for sure.
Thank you. Love your eyebrows again. You're incredible. I love this girl. Bring her back.
Right?
She's a new one. She's number 4.
Number 4.
I like this. Yeah, I'm bringing her back.
You are doing great, by the way.
Thanks.
This has been a really good episode.
I just think that
I think she's the only person I listen to all the time.
Yeah, I've been screaming over everybody.
I just think that there's a lot of cases where men thought that they had some sort of control over women, and women got sick of it. And I think that the whole dating thing and the whole romance thing, I think that it just needs to be reevaluated on a very big scale.
Do men have control over women?
In a sense, they do, yeah, for sure.
Depends on.
So why are they wrong for thinking
that? Depends on the woman.
I'm not saying they're wrong for thinking it, because it's something that is
cultural.
Yes, it's ingrained to men. It's ingrained in men as you grow up, and I don't think it's absolutely, and I don't think it's necessarily their fault for feeling that, because that's what they were taught, and that's what I think the problem is we have to stop teaching men that they're like so superior to women. Like men and women will always be different. They will always have different capabilities. They'll always think differently. They will always be different in their own ways, but that's not to say that they are not equal because, or like one is superior than the other because they can do different things. It's if you think about it, men and women bring things to the table that are different, and it's not so much of being better than the other person, it's learning from the other person, and that's just what is missed. Like, that's not how men are taught. Men are just taught that they're always right, usually. You know what I mean? So I think
I feel like both sides are taught that. I feel like both sides are taught, we're always right.
What a woman taught?
Women are usually taught that men are just gonna do what they want. Like, I feel like as a woman, I feel like if I was to get into some sort of, like, I don't want to say argument, but like conversation or whatever with a man versus a woman, it would be far less likely that the man would come to some sort of understanding of what I'm saying, and it would be far less likely that he would try to look at it from my perspective than a woman would.
I feel the same way when I'm talking. Like, I feel like men and women.
Yes.
I feel like I can have a better understanding conversation with a man than a woman too.
Absolutely, and that's because your minds think more similarly. But I feel like
women's minds.
Men are not.
Is one right or wrong for thinking the way they think?
No, absolutely not. I don't think that they're wrong because, like I said, that's how they're brought up. That's how you are raised, and I don't think it's anyone's fault.
It depends on your parents, how you were raised,
absolutely,
who you were raised, what you saw. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a perfect example for this.
I don't think.
I feel like society tells both sides that you're right all the time.
I don't think no matter like.
It's not even a parent.
I don't think it's about necessarily even how you're raised, because I don't think no matter how I'm raised, you having a discussion with her as a female, it would never connect the way me and you.
It'll be different.
It doesn't matter how I'm raised, because men and women are inherently different.
But
so where is this point where we're trying to make everybody the same? Why don't we just all fuck each other?
Well, no, I don't think. Like I said, we all bring different things to the table. I just think that men are not. I mean, women are much, like, by nature, are much more, like, nurturing, and they want to.
Women are emotional, guys are rational.
And
I
still think society tells both sides, hey, you're right,
confusing masculinity with rape.
And I think also that
women want.
I think culture's confusing masculinity with rape, and they're trying to take away masculinity.
Men are raised not to show emotion and not to be emotional.
True.
That is a very big problem within communication.
Why is that a problem?
Within communication, because if you are trying to. If someone who is very emotional is trying to have a conversation with you, you're not going to understand where they're coming from or why they are so upset because your emotions are not as.
So what's the problem? The person not being so emotional or the person being too emotional? Why are we putting the blame on anyone?
I'm not saying there's blame on anyone necessarily.
Because like I said, you guys are too emotional.
No, and
that's just a lot. Who wants to fucking talk about the emotions?
What I'm saying is, I think that.
And so you're wrong.
I think it's toxic to raise men to think that having emotions make you a pussy or whatever, make you a bitch or this, not the other. It's not anything like that. It's human, and I think if men
showing them is the problem.
Yes, and I just think
showing emotion is a problem.
Yeah,
right?
and that's
because
what I'm saying. That
people say men shouldn't show emotion, right?
For what? Like,
and they say we should show emotion, but then when it's not the right emotion, if it's sadness, it's okay. If it's anger, it's not.
I mean, but you have some girls that when you show emotion,
when it's sadness, it's okay for men to show emotion. When it's anger, it's not okay, and they expect us to come back and be reserved.
I agree with you, and I don't think it's one side's fault. I just think that it's no, it's okay. I don't think it's one side's fault. I think that it's the way that both genders are raised. I don't think it has anything to do with in society. I'm not saying even with your parents necessarily, because it's just the way that society teaches people that we are supposed to be or whatever. Correct. But I just think that, like I said, I don't think it's anyone's fault. I think it needs to be reevaluated on a huge scale, because if men were raised like to know that showing emotion is not actually bad, then they would be doing it from a much younger age, and then in turn women would learn how to deal with that and communicate with it from a much younger age. And I think that it would just be beneficial on all sides, because then communication would be better. And
does like daddy issues have anything to do with communication?
I like the wildcat aspect of life. I like the wildcat aspect of life. I like being able to be a gentleman and also being like, yo, I have this $40, you trying to make it at the same time. So I just feel like everything shouldn't be thrown into a box where everybody should be like, oh, respect men, respect women, don't respect men, don't respect women. Just live it. People are people. We don't have to be men and women even. We don't have to be. Just we're fucking people. We're fucking people. Like, even just like certain things. Like, for example, like, if there's a dude, right, and every girl he's been with, he beats her, right? If that dude was gay, he's gonna beat those dudes too. He's not a fucking woman beater. He's a fucking abusive person. He's just a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
So everything just draws back to how toxic masculinity is and this and that. And it's just like, can we just all just fucking chill?
We could, but society won't. I don't know what the reason is, but society is making it so that everybody is going against each other as much as possible.
Stop doing bad shit. Like, if you don't show emotions that much, that's fine. It's your thing. Find somebody who you can match with. If you're abusing people, punching, like, it's a problem.
I think you need to.
But if you show a lot of emotion, get somebody who matches that.
You need a healthy way to
everybody has to be like a certain fucking, and a healthy way to do things is also different. Like, some people, healthy for them is talking about the emotions and speaking about it. Healthy for some people is going to the gym and working off that anger.
Exactly.
Everything is different. It doesn't have to be since you don't speak about your feelings, you're a toxic person.
Yeah,
I agree with you. It doesn't have to be so black and white, and I feel like that's how
I agree with you, and I think people.
Okay, because I don't like to talk about it. Let's just smoke and fucking forget about it. Because I can forget about shit, and if I'm with somebody who can't actually really forget about it, and then it's like, oh,
exactly.
You keep saying forget about it, but I never forget about it. Well, that's on you. You can't be with me because I actually forget about the shit. Like,
I agree.
And it's like, I'm over it. I just want to move forward and work with you, and then you gotta find somebody that matches that. Doesn't make me toxic. Doesn't make them toxic. Doesn't make them live.
No, definitely. Everyone is put here to learn.
Exactly.
Like, that's the point.
If I can't smoke crack in the show bathroom with you, I don't want you. You know.
This is why you sing.
This is why.
This is exactly why you.
If I can't sell your ass out of the Motel 6 on a Tuesday night,
who the fuck using the show?
I hope you find someone that you can smoke crack with in the show.
In the bathroom at Motel 6.
Close to Shell gas station.
The Shell. Oh, I don't like the Shell.
Get it together.
You're right.
Cumbies.
I'm an echelon crackhead.
No. All right, y'all.
Whitney.
We are done. All right, thank you for watching another episode of Malcolm talking over everybody that tries to say a motherfucking word.
It's because I'm drunk,
I appreciate y'all. Oh, now the nigga drunk. When I said earlier, it was like, oh, I'm chilling.
Yeah, no.
Appreciate y'all. You should definitely come back. You were awesome.
Yeah,
thank you.
Bring her back, yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah.